white on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight with the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. The HMS TV Cup Series is here tonight. We are at Charlotte. Looks like 45 cars signed in here, only 40 spots. So I'm not a math wizard, but I think that means 5 racers are going home. And we're going to go down trackside. Looks like we've got the number 16 machine out on track here of Austin Oliver. He's going to try to put down a lap time. We got some new names filling in here tonight, one of which, let's take a look at him if we can find him. Give me one moment. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Sebastian Marin out on the track here in the HMS TV Cup Series, making his HMS TV debut. Let's hop on board. Sebastian Marin, actually, he's going to, give it a restart on qualifying. Probably a good call there. Didn't like his jump out the box. But for now, Aaron Poplin, top of the board, a 29.501. Aaron Poplin is in a rocket ship here tonight. JT Tinker right behind him in second. And Hunter Sr. from Juicy Spider Studios sitting in the third spot. But we got some ringers out here tonight. Sebastian Marin, one of them, but we also have a couple other high I-rating guys, one of which Maverick Davis in the 25 machine. His I-rating at about 6,100. So he's going to give it a shot here. Let's go up. We got Steve Tucker qualifying in the second spot for now out of Boston, Massachusetts here. Tucker going to cross the tri-oval here for the final time, crossing the line. Is that going to be enough? No, Steve Tucker still in the second position, but a pretty good lap time for the one and only Steve Tucker. So as we mentioned, 5 drivers going home tonight. Top 40 making it in straight up on speed. Nobody's locked in. But starting next week, we're actually going to lock in our top 30 charter point drivers. So next week, we're only going to be racing for 10 spots on speed. So it's going to be fun nonetheless. But appreciate everybody coming out. You're watching the HMS TV Simtography 300 here in Charlotte. But Jason Steptoe making his HMS TV debut here out of Roanoke, Virginia in the 33rd position. Ben Pierce in that 33 machine from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Big Tide fan. I tell you what, Ben Pierce, that's all he ever talks about, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Just such a diehard fan. Good to see Ben out here, though, nonetheless. Justin Roseman out here in that HMS TV Simtography number 26 machine out of Byron Center, Michigan. Decent lap should be enough to make it on speed. Looking at the board, and folks, the people we know are getting sent home already. Brian Cook puts up a stinker. His night's over in the 10 machine. Austin Norris with a stinker in the 01 machine. He's done. And Chris Whitaker is going to join them. And they're going to hit the stands, folks, and watch this race with all our fans out there, because you don't have to, or I'm sorry, you can go anywhere you want, but you can't stay here. But Joshua Thornton in this number 98 machine. Let's hop on board as he goes down the backstretch out of Denison, Ohio. Good lap time on the first time around, sitting in the 12th spot. Looking like his final time around. Not looking very quick, though, in my opinion. I think he's going to sit right at the 12th position, which is respectable in this stout field as he crosses the line. 12th position for Joshua Thornton. Qualifying coming to an end, so it looks like Chris Gaxel in the 707 from the United Kingdom is going to join Brian Cook, Austin Norris, and Chris Whitaker as not making the race. And the final person to not make it, ladies and gentlemen, the 44, Tommy Osborne. So you got Osborne, Whitaker, Norris, Cook, and Gaxel unable to qualify here tonight for the HMS TV Simtography 300. Folks, we're going to take our first break of the night. Got a warm-up going on here and we will get started after that. Appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Be sure, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and on the poll tonight, no surprise there, Sebastian Marin. We'll be right back.
Like I fucked up.
Whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, having some, well, I'd call them technical difficulties. We had a little bit of an error there, no biggie. You're watching some practice racing here. We're going to let these guys race around here, log some laps. We got to remake the session, having some issues. Looks like a driver was accidentally disqualified. That should not have been. Stuff happens nonetheless, but it shouldn't take us long, folks. Again, we want to make sure we get the grid right. We're going to take the qualifying results from this first session here in the HMS TV Simtography 300. But, folks, you know, I've been looking up the numbers, and believe it or not, we're still the world's #1 streaming service. It's kind of crazy. But nonetheless, appreciate everybody tuning in. Grab yourself some Hustle Fuel. Head on over to hustlefuelshop.com. Kick back, relax. Use HMS TV as your discount code. Get you 10% off your order. We're going to take another break here, folks, but we are working on this. We're going to get things right. Want to not rush this so we don't have to worry about making another session. But nonetheless, folks, again, taking a quick break, and we'll see you here in just one moment. You're watching the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchison Motorsports TV. Look at this commercial, though, and this is some good stuff. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is the world's #1 streaming service. From over-the-top calls to electrifying action, we bring it all to the table.
The whole field's chunking it. It's a drag race to the checkered flag in the air. Justin Thompson wins the Harpoon Design 500.
But the action doesn't just stop when the stream ends. Whether you're looking for a broadcaster or looking to secure your spot in our next special event, the best way to get a hold of us, and the only way to enter our exclusive events, is to join the HMS TV Discord server.
Don't get left on the trailer. What are you waiting for? Join the Hutchison Motorsports TV Discord community today by scanning the QR code shown on your screen. We'll see you there. Todd Gilliland here. You're tuned into the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord channel so you never miss a moment of the action. Did America's crew chief already tell you that?
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
He knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish. We are back here, folks, watching some practice action. We're still getting that session remade, but you got a handful of guys out here duking it out. Got Jason Steptoe in that 87 machine, and they're junking it now in the back. But again, these guys just practicing while that session is made. Taking some time here, folks, because we have, oh my gosh, they're junking it. But nonetheless, you know, we have to get that grid right because we want to use the qualifying lineup from session number 1. So we're making sure that all gets taken care of. But you're watching Justin Rosema lead this practice race here on HMS TV, the HMS TV Simtography 300. And folks, tonight's winner gets an HMS TV Simtography premium package, free of charge. Can you believe that? One of the best gifts that you can give your loved ones, folks. If you're looking to make those paint schemes come to life, head on in there. Oh my gosh, they're killing it. Head on over to HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com/Simtography. You can get some more information, but folks, I tell you what, I mean, I'm not one to brag. You guys know me, but we take some of the best pictures in the business. This stuff is pretty good. But it looks like that session should be getting just about lined out here, folks. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to check in on some things, but don't you go anywhere. We're going to be getting started here shortly. We got a full night of action, 300 miles around Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll be right back here tonight. We are back here, folks. Appreciate your patience. I think we got things lined up. Just waiting for all these drivers to tune in here or sign in. We want them to make sure all 40 of them get gridded up here tonight. We're not going to wait the whole practice length. I know it says 15 minutes, but we're going to sit back, relax, watch some of this practice action. All 40 drivers should be aware that they need to rejoin this new session. But nonetheless, folks, if you're just tuning in, our first session had some issues going on there, so we ended up remaking the whole thing, had to just manually set the grid and all that good stuff. But I think we are going to be good to go here. Again, tonight's race, the HMS TV Simtography 300, folks, looking to make those paint schemes come to life. Head on over to HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com. Click the Simtography page there. Get more information. Some of the best pictures in the business, folks. The premium package is just $30 here, folks. We can make your car come to life. We got cutout shots, live action shots, black and white, whatever you want. We can make it happen. Drivers still signing in here shortly. Got some good-looking machines out here. Jason Clark out of Vernon. He is a Canadian, believe it or not. Jason Clark out here. One of the few Canadian HMS TV drivers. Let's see if he can get that machine out front here once we get started. But I'm trying to count. You know what? Let's just do this the ugly way, folks. I hate doing it this way, but take a look here. I'm not manually counting that, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait, kick back, relax, let race control count in, see if we got everybody. But Daniel Molinari rolling out on the track out of Whitsett, North Carolina, in that number 82 machine. Good-looking car. We still got 40 fans tuned in here, though, so, I mean, we didn't really lose anybody, thankfully. So, again, appreciate everybody's patience, but I think we're good to go. But if you're just joining us, we got Sebastian Marin making his HMS TV debut tonight. He's going to be starting on the pole position, looking bad fast in that number 24 machine. I tell you what, it's pretty impressive to see that 24 running good here in HMS TV Cup Series, because Jarrett Bolton's been in that car, and let's just say he has not had race-winning speed. I'll just leave that out there. One not to scoff at, though. Bailey Brannon was putting down some heaters in practice earlier on, and he's going to make that number 6 machine pretty competitive here tonight in a stout field of race cars. Joshua Thornton out here out of Denison, Ohio, in that number 98. He's filling in for Andy Lewis. But it looks like race control starting to chat with some drivers, folks. I think we're just about ready to get things rolling here tonight in the HMS TV Cup Series on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Tonight's race, the HMS TV Simtography 300. I am pumped up. In the chat, let us know who your favorite drivers are, who you want to win it, who do you want to junk it. What do you expect to happen here? We've got about 40 fans tuned in. We've got Jarrett Bolton. Oh, no, Jarrett's tuned in. He just heard me talk some smack about him. Sorry about that, Jarrett. Dennis Orr Fitness in the chat. Bubba Myers Custom Designs. That's the main need to hit up, folks. Looking for a paint scheme. Bubba Myers Custom Designs. Let's jump up to the Bubba Myers Custom Designs blimp. And Bubba is high up in the sky here tonight. Look at that. Looking at Cam Ingram whip it around here at Charlotte. 300 miles of action here tonight. Going to have a stage break at the end of lap number 60. We're going 200 laps around here. That's going to be the distance. So I was watching practice, though. A lot of these drivers, they were saying this setup's a little bit tight out here tonight. So hopefully things go well. These guys need to give each other some room for sure. Connor Gerard, though, he's watching SmackDown right now. Bubba Myers Custom Designs, can you believe it? Connor Gerard watching SmackDown. He's pumped up, ready to roll. You got BAC Racing Network in the chat, pulling for Horseshoe Motorsports Racing Team. See how they do. BMC 53 in the chat. That is Brian Samara. He helped out Christian on making that session. Again, you have to manually do the grid. That takes some time because you want to make sure you get it right. A lot of people, they get real scatterbrained in these high intense situations, and you might make another error. So I think we got things right, though, folks. But we're just about ready to roll, get things started. Watching the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Larry McReynolds has something to say. Go ahead, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I have received word we are ready to get gridded up for the best time of the night. It is grid time for the HMS TV Simtography 300 here at Charlotte. My favorite song in the background, which only means one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, on your feet, off your seats, it is grid time. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting lineup is as follows. Starting on the front row in the pole position, joining us from the NASCAR Cup Series. On the pole in the 24 machine, Sebastian Marin. On his outside in the 22 from Juicy Spider Racing, Josh Adams. Row number 2 putting on the heater, starting in the 3rd position. Never thought I'd see that in the Amtrak 63 machine, Aaron Poplin. On his outside in the 0, Steve Tucker. Row number 3 on the inside in the number 5 machine for BACRacing.com, Terry Vincent. On his outside in the 1 machine, Hustle Fuel on the car, that's Jaden Hop. Going on back into row number 4 on the inside in the HMSTV.com, number 25 machine, Maverick Davis. On his outside, the 93, JT Tinker. Row number 5 on the inside, the number 41 machine, Juicy Spider on the car, Hunter Sr. On his outside, the 40, Jason Clark Sr. Row number 6 on the inside in the 06 machine from Juicy Spider Studios, Nick Happyack. On his outside, the 98, Joshua Thornton. Row number 7 on the inside, HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com on the car. In the 27, Matthew Byers on his outside. My favorite to win it tonight. I love seeing that Ella Langley number 4 machine, Chris Essery. Row number 8 on the inside in the 12 machine, Bonanza on the car. This is a good looking car. Jamin Bernhardt on his outside. Hutchinson Motorsports TV Labs, number 28 machine, Chad White. Row number 9 on the inside in the 99 machine, Adam Hoagland on his outside. The 2, Nolan McClure. Row number 10 on the inside in the 71, Daryl Young Jr. on his outside, the 20 of Matt Telder. Row number 11 on the inside in the 26, Justin Rosema on his outside, the 17, Cam Ingram. Row number 12, it's the number 53 machine, Brian Samara on his outside, the 33, Ben Pierce. Row 13, it's going to be Lucas Strayer of Posse Kareem. Going back into row 14, Dennis Orff, Brian Burchett. Row 15, got the 85, Davis Shively and Frank Chavez. Row 16, going to be Bailey Brannon, Austin Oliver. Row 17, Josh Gagnon, Diego Sainz. Then you have Jason Steptoe, Philip Chavez, Austin Hobart, Noah Ward, Daniel Molinari, and Hunter Haskell rounding out the field. Folks, that's a full field grid. We are lined up and ready to roll here at Charlotte. Your front row, it's going to be Marin on the inside, Adams on the outside. Charlotte Motor Speedway. Are you ready? Pace truck is in. Field is set into the Juicy Spider start zone here at Charlotte. The HMS TV Simtography 300 is underway. Full field of cars, 40 of them side by side, going into turn 1. Sebastian Marin, your race leader. Sebastian has to be considered the guy to beat here tonight. He has loads of experience, and he is going to be tough as Josh Adams goes to work behind him. You got Steve Tucker third with Aaron Poplin fourth and Jaden Hopp rounding out your top five here early on. First lap clean and green here in the HMS TV Cup Series. Jaden Hopp in the fifth position. Let's hop on board and take a look at Jaden Hopp's one car. Boy, it's getting a little dark around here. They need to turn the lights on. I tell you what, it's getting a little sketchy out there. Dark track for sure. But here comes Maverick Davis looking to the inside. Let's check out that Hutchinson Motorsports TV.com number 25 machine as we hop on board the HMS TV nose cam from the Schwartz Creek native, Maverick Davis. Sitting right in the seventh position as Marin continues to pace the field. Looking at the rear bumper of Maverick Davis. He's trying to hold off Hunter Sr. in that number 41 machine here tonight. Going back out front, Sebastian Marin out front with your race lead. Connor Gerard says the 24 might be the William Byron of this race. Not sure what that means, but that is certainly a good point. But you know what time it is, folks, to go up high in our eyes in the sky. The Bubba Myers custom design blimp, he is ready to see what's going on. Look at that. He is way up there as we got one off pace in the back. We're still clean and green for now. 33 of Ben Pierce looks like he's struggling. Oh, no, they're turning it. What a save there. Still clean and green for now, and he finishes it. Oh, so they're sideways. Caution is out. Brian Samara involved, as well as the 14 of Philip Chavez. Let's see what happened here, folks. That was not what we wanted. Hang on. There we go. Let's try this out. Brian Samara. Oh, yeah, he just gets dumped. There you go, Brian Samara. He gets turned and he saves it, and wham! Philip Chavez says, not so fast, Brian. I'm going to junk you anyways. So Brian Samara involved in that wreck. Philip Chavez as well. They're going to try to get those cars fixed up as Sebastian Marin still out front. Steve Tucker second, followed by Jaden Hopp and Josh Adams with Aaron Poplin rounding out your top five. Never thought I'd be saying that here tonight in this stacked field of cars. We're going to take a quick break, folks, as these guys bunch it up, and we will be right back. You're watching the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Cup Series HMS TV Simtography 300 here in Charlotte.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchison Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchison Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright, then the stands are packed.
We are back here at Charlotte. Looks like the field is lined back up, ready to roll. We got about 6 or 7, am I right, laps in for the first green flag run. Well, caution came out, had a little disruption there in the back, we'll call it. Well, we are lined up, ready to roll. It's going to be Marin on the inside, Tucker on the outside, here on the front row. Again, 40 cars signed in tonight. 5 of them were sent home. 45 showed up for the 40 spots. Nonetheless, though, we are lined up and rolling. Had a little bit of a late start here due to an issue, but we got the session remade, and I think things are all lined up here. But let's take a look back in the 18th position. Lucas Strayer making his HMS TV Cup Series debut in that number 02 machine in the 19th position. Driving for Ben Pierce here tonight. We're going to hop on board with Lucas Strayer. Let's check out the HMS TV nose cam. It's a little bit of a better view. A lot more lighting outside of that car, but hoping they turn these lights on here soon, as it is getting pretty dark here in Charlotte, but the field is set. We are ready to roll. Pace truck is going to take a hard left, and Marin leading the pack into the juicy Spider restart zone here in Charlotte. Green flag in the air once again. Good jump there from Sebastian Marin. He's led this thing from the start. We're clean and green into turn number 1. Let's take a look here, as I'm getting all kinds of text from Drunken Spider. He is just dying to show off something here. Let's take a look at what he's looking at. Oh, I see what he's wanting to show here. He wants to see this Juicy Spider number 41 machine of Hunter Sr. currently sitting back in the 9th position. Good-looking car. And, folks, that was painted by the one and only Bubba Myers Custom Designs. Looking for a paint scheme? Head on over at Bubba Myers Custom Designs. Shoot him a message on Discord, as Hunter Sr. ripping the top line, trying to get some moves going, as he's thinking about taking them 3 wide. Let's see if these guys can give some, I guess we'll call it give and take here at Charlotte, as we're clean and green for the second time. JT Tinker trying to hold on to his top 10 spot as he's losing some spots. Taking a look at this board right here, folks. HMS TV's biggest losers. We could have told you this before the race started. Brian Samara down 15 positions in the 38th position. Well, to be fair, he was turned, so I'm not going to completely pin that on Brian. Right under him in the 33rd spot, you got Justin Rosema. He's losing spots left and right. This guy is slow. He's junk. He's driving an HMS TV car. Joshua Thornton in the 24th position. He started 12th. He's down 12 spots, so rough race for that list of guys, but we're still clean and green. Long way to go here tonight. HMS TV 300 miles around Charlotte Motor Speedway. Stage break going to be at the end of lap 60. These guys are going to have to pit here sometime throughout stage number 1. Marin continues to lead. You got Steve Tucker right behind him in the 2nd position out of Boston, Massachusetts. Then you got Jaden Hopp running in the 3rd spot in that number 1 machine. Sitting pretty in the 4th position, Josh Adams in that number 22. We going back to 5th here. Going to be Terry Vincent in 5th, and we got a door-to-door battle for 6th as Aaron Poplin's holding off Hunter Sr. for now. Now, rumor has it during practice, I was listening to the drivers talk, and they said dirty air was killer here tonight, so track position is going to be key. The bad news for that is that means you really got to battle for those positions when you can get them, so you can't really give too much, but you obviously don't want to junk your car in such a long race. We drop back here, Josh Gagnon out of Reno, Nevada in the 27th spot. He is door-to-door with that number 85 machine of Davis Shively. Hopping on board here in that 79. I tell you what, last week, the driver in that car wasn't very talented. Jesse Becker was driving the 79 machine. Well, Josh said, I've seen enough, Jesse. You're fired. He fired Jesse. Jesse's nowhere to be found. I haven't really seen him since that happened, so I hope Jesse's doing all right. But there's no telling where old Jesse Becker's doing. Speaking of not much talent, Darrell Young Jr. running in the 18th position out of Peoria, Illinois. Good-looking car, though. Got the Harpoon Design Racing Team number 71. Let's take a look at this car right here. Darrell Young Jr. sitting right in the middle of the pack here. Look at this thing. That's a good throwback-looking car, we'll call it. Not really sure what it's based on. Definitely gives me old-school vibes. And Connor Gerard, you're going to have to keep some notes here because you got 40 cars to choose from for your paint of the night here. Still clean and green here in the HMS TV Cinematography 300, folks. You're looking to make those paint schemes look good on paper. Well, I'm the guy to get a hold of. Head on to HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com. We can hook you up as Sebastian Marin. Guy that has that race lead up to about a quarter of a second. Now, I was talking with Sebastian earlier. He said, Blake, I mean, you're an expert at Charlotte and just iRacing in general. What kind of tips do you have for me? I said, Sebastian, I mean, you got a big Coke race coming up here at Charlotte. You should be the expert. He said, I know, Blake, but you're just so good. You need to tell me what to do. And I said, all right, Sebastian, grab you a notepad. And that's what he did, folks. He grabbed him a pen and paper, and he probably took about 5 pages of notes. And it looks like what I told him is working pretty well. Sebastian Marin, your race leader from the start here tonight. Connor Gerard is loving the Herbie reference from Darrell Young Jr. You got Brantley Roden in the chat. He's talking it up as well. So that's definitely one to note for Connor Gerard's paint scheme of the night. You're going to have to write that one down, Connor, for sure. Let's take a look at another good paint scheme. This one looks good every week. Right here, a Posse Kareen and the number 47 machine. Excuse the picture for a Posse. I mean, he is a big anime fan, I guess you would call it. I was going to go with the term weeb, but we'll be more kind here, and we'll go with anime fan. Let's take a look at this HustleFuelShop.com number 47 machine. Tier 1 setup shop on the car. Good-looking machine, folks. That makes me want to order some Hustle Fuel. I'm pumped up seeing this thing. Posse Kareen sitting in the 23rd spot. As the Juicy Spider drone cam here as he is door-to-door duking it out in a battle for the 23rd spot. Nolan McClurg sitting in 12th out of Grayson, Kentucky. It's been a rough week for Nolan McClurg on the league racing as far as I remember. I think he had a good night last Thursday in the Average Joe Sim Racing League. But he's trying to get inside the top 10 here as he's sitting in the 12th spot, going to work on the 93 of J.T. Tinker. Marin still out front. Jaden Hopp is taking over the second spot. Steve Tucker looks like he may be falling off a bit. May have not saved enough tires as the 22 of Josh Adams looking to get around him as well. Tucker stuck on the high side. Adams going to make the pass for the third spot. And here comes the 41 machine of Hunter Sr. right behind him. Good race so far for the 41 of Hunter Sr. But take a look at this Bubba Myers custom design blimp view way up high in the sky. Let's go down trackside here. I think I got a good view for you to check out. Take a look. We have cameramen leaned over the walls here for our fans at home watching the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. 40 cars on track. We've been clean and green for about 15 to 18 laps here. Beautiful shots around the speedway on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Be sure to click that like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. These guys are ripping it around here tonight. Steve Tucker still holding off the 22 machine in a battle for the third position. Tucker looking pretty good on that high side. Can he make it work, though? Let's hop on board. Boy, Josh Adams cannot make that pass. Steve Tucker did a great job there defending on the top line. Unfortunately, Jaden Hobbs kind of left those two for the time being. Let's take a look. We've got a pretty close battle here for the 8th position. The Ella Langley #4 machine. I tell you what, Ella Langley, she is goated. Which means I'm rooting for Chris Essery, and that means Drunken Spider is going to take that Juicy Spider drone cam around this #4 machine. the Ella Langley, number 4 of Chris Essery. Oh, what a shot. Ella Langley, the GOAT, on the side of the car. He's making the pass. As soon as he sees the drone cam, he sends it in there, taking over the 8th position. And there she is, Her Highness on the hood, Ella Langley. Caution is out. Let's try to find out what happened. Maverick Davis is junk. Let's see. Here it is, folks. Here's your replay. Maverick Davis was running in about the 6th position or so. Oh, and he just gets into the 41 there. That's definitely on Maverick, I'd say. Just kind of overdrives it. Holds his brake there. Does anybody get into him? No, not yet. Oh, that was close. There it is. So that brings out the caution. Maverick Davis stuck inside the wall. Sebastian Marin, your race leader. Let's see what happens, though. Are these guys going to stay out there? My guess is you're probably going to want to pit. We're right about in the middle of stage number 1, so you're probably going to see most of these guys head down pit road. But Sebastian Marin is going to set the pace as your race leader. We're going to sit back, relax, and find out. We got 42 fans tuned in here right now on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We'll be right back. Going to take a short break, but we're going HMS TV side by side. You're not going to miss a lap.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
We are back here at Charlotte. Looks like a couple of guys elected not pit there. Not sure this is going to work well for the field. I hope they don't junk everybody. But Matt Taylor going to take over the race lead on those old junk tires. Daniel Molinari going to do the same on his outside. So front row guys out there on some old tires. Rest of the field all went down pit road. most of which I think got 4 tires. Looked like Sebastian Marin took 2 tires, so going to be interesting to see how this all plays out here tonight. Field is bunched up and ready to roll. It's going to be Molinari on the outside, Telder on the inside here at Charlotte, the HMS TV Simtography 300. Pace truck is in, field is set. Roll into the juicy Spider restart zone. On your feet, off your seats. Green flag is in the air, and hard to the wall goes Molinari. We're still clean and green. Molinari keeps it straight. Whole field is getting around him. Looks like we're good to go. As Matt Telder, your race leader, here comes Sebastian Marin on the outside, making quick work of him. So Marin takes over the race lead. Went with 2 tires. He must have knew something that others did not. Looking pretty good so far. Let's see if this plays out well in the long run, as Telder is losing ground significantly in that second spot here. So Matt Telder did pit back on lap number 6, but we're on lap 31, so he's got about 25 lap old tires. And folks, here comes Chad White in the HMS TV Labs number 28 machine, folks. Let's take that juicy Spider drone cam and take a look at this beautiful car. Folks, you may be wondering what HMS TV Labs is. Well, if you were watching last week, in real life NASCAR, Trackhouse Labs had a car, I believe, in the Truck Series or Xfinity Series. I don't know, one of the two. And so HMS TV Labs, we actually formed that because Trackhouse actually copied us. So this was really our idea first. They copied us. So we went with the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Labs number 28 machine. I figured Chad White could work on something else throughout the week when he's not racing. I tell you what, I've tried to fire him dozens of times, including last night. I actually fired him last night, and he showed up again. I just can't get rid of him, folks, so may as well put him to work, I guess. We're still clean and green, though. Let's take a look from the Bubba Myers Custom Design Blimp. We are door to door. Got a good battle back here with JT Tinker. Tinker right beside his teammate there, Aaron Poplin, for the 20th position. Still clean and green here. Lap number 33. Let's hop on board with the 93 JT Tinker. Great action here so far. We've had a couple small incidents, but nothing major as these guys feeling racy right here. This is probably our closest action on the track as we got a handful of cars within a few spots. And JT Tinker goes up the track, kind of gives a little bit of door bang action to the 40 machine of Jason Clark Sr., and he is probably not very happy. So meanwhile, Marin continues to lead out front. Josh Adams in second. One thing to note, folks, Adams in second with Tucker third and Hop in fourth. These guys have 4 fresh tires. Marin took 2 fresh tires, so we're going to see if that makes a difference here in the long run. We've got about 25 laps remaining in stage number 1. Good run so far for this 22 machine of Josh Adams. Had a good race last week as well. Josh Adams showing speed every single week, it seems like, here in the HMS TV Cup Series. As those 3 continue to battle, Chad White, he's already dropped back to 11th. This guy, I tell you what, Chad White, he goes up front for about 2 seconds, and then he ruins it all. Adam Hoagland out of Rockford, Illinois in the 12th position. He's got a new paint scheme he's rocking here tonight. Let's take a look at that thing as we have the juicy Spider drone cam out here for about the 5th time tonight. Here it is. Caution is out. Let's take a look and see what happened here for this one. It's like a posse careen involved. Let's see what... Oh. Yeah, that's unfortunate there. Brian Burchett involved. Let's try to get a better look. Let's rewind this manually, folks. SDK is not going to help us out. So here you go. So the incident starts right here. So Brian Burchett there on the bottom line gets into the 40 car. We're going to play this slow motion. So here you see him wash up the track, gets into the 40 of Jason Clark, and play it from there. Almost turns him. Unfortunately, nowhere for these guys to go behind him. A posse careen absolutely annihilates the wall. And there you have it. See it one more angle from Apostle Kareen's view here. Hard into the wall there. Gets into somebody down low. Back up the track into Maverick Davis. And, man, bad luck for Maverick Davis. And the 3 of Hunter Haskell involved as well. So there you have it, folks. That's going to be caution number 3 here tonight as Sebastian Marin continues to set the pace out front here in the HMS TV Cinematography. 341 fans tuned in. Click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's take a short break, gather our thoughts, and we'll be right back. We are back here at Charlotte. Most of our leaders stayed out there as a majority of the field went down pit road on that last caution. So we're going to rack them up, try it again. Front row is going to be Sebastian Marin on the inside, Josh Adams on the outside. So one thing to remember, these guys all pit back on lap 27. Marin went with 2 right side tires only. Pretty much everybody else up front went with 4 tires. So we're going to see if he has to pay the price for that or if he wheels that thing out front. Going to be 20 laps remaining here in stage number 1 tonight. Points are going to be important after this race for these drivers. Our top 30 in charter points are going to be locked in starting next week. So every week going into the race, the top 30 in charter points are going to be locked in. So they don't have to worry about screwing up qualifying or any of that stuff. But the final 10 grid spots are going to be based on speed. But nonetheless, pace truck is in. Field is set. On your feet, off your seats. Green flag is in the air. Good jump there from the 24 machine of Sebastian Marin. Steve Tucker falls into line in second. Josh Adams third. And then you have Hop fourth. And rounding out the top 5, how about Matthew Byers in that HMS TV number 27 machine? Let's take a look. Tight quarters racing here out front as Matthew Byers is putting that Hutchinson MotorsportsTV.com number 27 machine out front, folks. Right there, the world's best website on the internet. Type it in your browser. That's all you need to know. What a shot. Here comes the Ella Langley number 4 machine of Christopher Essery rolling the bottom line. We're on board. He's trying to make a move on that HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com number 27 machine. Nothing's changed out front. And, man, Sebastian Marin has just put down the fastest lap of the race. Took the 2 tires. I think we've kind of learned something here, folks. Sebastian Marin showing you don't need 4 tires here at Charlotte. 2 is plenty. Got some lap traffic coming up here, folks. I think I'm trying to find out who that is. I don't know who that is. It is Daniel Molinari holding the top line, getting out of the way for the race leader there. So he's going to go down another lap. I think he's down at least a couple. So not a good night here for Molinari as he falls multiple laps down. Brayley Brandon was putting down some heaters in qualifying. Right now finds himself in the 15th position here. Side by side, battling it out with Austin Hobart in that 88 machine. Look at these shots. We got one in the infield standing there holding the camera. These guys duking it out. 16th position right now. Austin Hobart out of Kaikato, Minnesota. And how about this guy, folks? You know, I mentioned it in practice, but Diego Sainz, this has to be the most quote-unquote weed car we have ever seen in our lives, folks. Take a look at this thing. We got the Juicy Spider drone cam out here. Drunken Spider wants to show this thing off. If you guys know Japanese, then this is the paint scheme you need, because I have no clue what this even says. For all you anime fans in the chat, who is this? Is that Goku from Dragon Ball Z? Hunter Haskell heads down pit road as Diego Sainz showing off that weeb car in the 18th position from the great Richmond, Texas. Out front, Josh Adams trying to hold off Hop for the 3rd position. Austin Oliver going off track there. We're still clean and green here at Charlotte as Adams going to hold that top line. Let's see if Hop can make a pass up top. Jaden Hop's going to finish the pass. Seems like the high line is the place to be if you need to pass here, because it's just so hard to get a run off the corner when you're rolling that bottom line. So it's still Marin out front, followed by Tucker, Hop, Adams, and Byers now rounding out your top 5, having his best race of the season here early on. But he's got a couple of cars charging up right there behind him. Oh, and he's stuck on the bottom here. Might get freight train. Looks like he's going to get past here and fall in the line. Go back up top. Nolan McClurg makes the pass for the 15th, or I'm sorry, for the 5th position. Looking out front, last lap around. Looks like Jaden Hop was about half a tenth faster than Sebastian Marin, but he's got some ground to make up. About a 3/4 of a second lead for Marin out front. Now, if you haven't heard much about this guy, our race leader, Sebastian Marin, you're going to hear a lot about him because he has just been tearing up the qualifying Coke Series events that they've had here recently, racing with some of the best on the internet, and he's been winning those races, folks. So, I mean, you're seeing some top-notch talent out here tonight, and you can see Sebastian Marin on track on Tuesday. He's going to be in the NASCAR Coke Series race driving for Tony Kanaan Motorsport, or Esports, sorry. I believe he's in the 66 last I checked. So keep an eye out on Sebastian Marin. You can see him on Tuesday nights in the Pro Series with NASCAR Coke. Meanwhile, Chris Essery in the 7th spot, trying to get that car up into the top 5 here. Let's hop on board with the Ella Langley number 4 machine from Bakersfield, California. Jaden Hop still cruising in the 2nd position. We got some Hop fans in the chat. Stained Pink is pulling for Jaden Hop. Bug Gear out there pulling for Chavez Essery. Always good to see you in the chat. We got Roxanne Essery in the chat as well. Connor Gerard. Who else is out there? We got Drunken Spider, Brantley Roden. We got a bunch of fans tuned in here. They're pumped up watching these boys rip it around. We are clean and green. 9 laps left to go in stage number 1. Taking a look here, back in the 34th spot, Noah Ward finds himself cruising around in that number 7 machine. Good-looking car, just not very fast. Let's hop on board. Check out that juicy Spider drone cam. Noah Ward. There you go, Dark Side-O. I don't know, whatever that is. Looks like it's a Twitch channel, folks. Check them out. Dark Side-O 924. Or maybe it's Dark Side 0924. I don't know, folks. You'll have to figure it out yourself. Good looking car though, nonetheless, here as he's cruising around. Last car on the lead lap. Battling for the HMS TV Battle for Last. Frank Chavez in the 37th position. Let's hop on board with Mr. Frank Chavez. That is not right. There we go. Boy, Frank's just glad to be out here, folks. He made the show. He's feeling good. Going back up in the field here, looks like one of our closest battles is right here. Diego Sainz going to work on the 97 machine. I'm sorry, he is the 97 machine. He's going to work on the 71 of Darrell Young Jr., and then behind those two is going to be Jason Clark Sr. Meanwhile, we saw Maverick Davis involved in a couple incidents. He is working back through the field. Back up to 18th he goes, trying to get around the 40 machine. There's a battle for 17th. Looking like Davis is going to take that spot as we go back out front. Race lead is still at 0.8 of a second. Marin continues to hold off Hop. It's going to be 4 laps left to go here in stage number 1 this time around. Man, that clean air Sebastian Marin has been loving here tonight. Charlotte Motor Speedway with the HMS TV Simtography 300. Again, tonight's race winner gets an HMS TV Simtography premium package. Monetary value of $30, but it's actually priceless. Meanwhile, Terry Vincent cruising around the 8th position, trying to make a pass on Steve Tucker here, taking that high line. Kind of skims the wall there, but he's going to gain the spot. Good run so far for the number 5 machine. Terry Vincent up to 7. In front of him, Nolan McClurk 6. And folks, breaking into the top 5 kind of out of nowhere. We haven't really seen much of this guy tonight, but he's got some long run speed for sure. Nick Hapiak into the top 5. Good to see Nick Hapiak out there in that Bubba Myers custom design created 06 machine. Folks, if you want to look as good as Nick Hapiak on the track, you need to hit up Bubba Myers custom designs. Adam Hoagland right now in the 14th spot out of Rockford, Illinois, will hop on board as he's going to work on the 93 machine, JT Tinker. Sebastian Marin's race lead still at right around 0.8 of a second. It's going to be 1 lap left to go this time around. Sebastian Marin, he's trying to bring home the stage 1 win here at Charlotte. Look at this shot, Sebastian Marin. He is focused in, ready to roll. This is a good warm-up session for him for his big race coming up Tuesday night with the NASCAR Cup Series. But, folks, you know what? I mean, we may have better talent here at HMS TV, honestly. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to run the numbers, folks. Which series is better, the HMS TV Cup Series or the NASCAR Cup Series? I don't know. But there you have it, folks. Sebastian Marin going to win stage number 1. Caution is going to fly. So, Marin, your stage 1 winner. Hop gets second. Third goes to Adams. Then we have Essery and Hapiak rounding out your top 5 here in stage number 1. But man, that was a good, refreshing run. Good long green flag action here. These guys got to the end of the stage just like we wanted. So we're going to let these guys pit here, folks, as the field lines up and gets ready to roll. And when we return, we're going to try to get an interview with our Stage 1 winner, Sebastian Marin. So we'll be right back. Don't you touch that dial. 42 fans tuned in. Click that like button. We'll see you in a minute. We are back here at Charlotte. Looks like pit stops are over, and unfortunately our stage winner Sebastian Marin not available for an in-race interview, but good run for him nonetheless. I mean, he's led most of the laps here. I think the only laps he didn't lead were under a caution when some guys stayed out. So 61 laps led for Sebastian Marin, 2 led for Matt Telder, and then Josh Adams has 1 on the board as well. But off pit road, Sebastian Marin holds on to the race lead. Looks like everybody goes with 4 tires except for that guy right on the outside of the front row, Maverick Davis. He went with 2 tires there. We're going to see if this pays off for him. Needed the track position. Going to be interesting how this plays out. That was a long green flag run. So, I mean, I know earlier in the race, Marin had success taking 2 tires. Davis is going to try it now, but this situation may be a little different. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Field is lined up and ready to roll. It's going to be Davis on the outside, Marin on the inside. Look at this beautiful shot as the sun starts to set here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Biggest race on earth, folks. The HMS TV Simtography 300. These fans are pumped up and ready to roll. Look at them standing up. They're all on their feet. They're off their seats. Pace truck is in. Field is set. Marin leads the group into the juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag in the air here in Charlotte. Oh! Wow. I don't know how they didn't junk it yet, folks. They're going like 4 wide into the tri-oval, but we're still clean and green here. A little bit of madness all over there in the front, but nonetheless, looks like we got it figured out for now. Let's see if the field continues to play nice as Maverick Davis gives up that second spot, drops back to third. We got hard 3-wide racing there briefly on lap number 1 of this restart. Chad White in the 17th position with the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Labs number 28 machine. Connor, make sure you get your notepad out, Connor Gerard. This is going to be one of the paint schemes of the night finalists right here. This is a good-looking paint. Chad White trying to make that thing get up to the front. Marin sets the pace out front. Going to be a lap number 67.67. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? W's in the chat if you're tuned in and you love 6-7. Sebastian Marin, your race leader. Jaden Hopp second. Maverick Davis still cruising in that 3rd position. You got Chris Essery in one of my favorite paint schemes here tonight, the Ella Langley number 4 machine. Nick Hapiak rounding out your top 5 here in the 06. Meanwhile, looks like most of the field getting single file. Darrell Young Jr. finds himself in the 16th position from Peoria, Illinois. Let's hop on board with the Harpoon Designs Racing number 71. Darrell taking it easy, feeling good about his run here in the 16th position. Trying to hold off Chad White behind him. Meanwhile, Brian Samara involved in an incident earlier. He cycled himself back into the top 20 right now in that 53 machine. Looking pretty good driving through the field. Joshua Thornton making his HMS TV debut here tonight out of Denison, Ohio in the 98. Sitting in the 23rd spot. He's got a long time to go, though. Let's see if he can wheel that thing into the front. Looking out front, Maverick Davis holding off the 4 machine of Chris Essery. Has those 2 fresh tires. 2 tires certainly works for at least a while, but just a matter of time before he maybe falls off that hypothetical cliff of lap times. Meanwhile, Brian Burchett finds himself in the 28th spot here. He was involved in an incident earlier. He's trying to wheel that Monster Energy number 54 out front. Let's take a look as we take the Juicy Spider drone cam out for a quick flyby. There you see the 33 machine of Ben Pierce pulling up there beside him. Brian Burchett, man, we're distracting the you-know-what out of him, flying right past the windshield. Beautiful shots around here as Hunter Sr. goes off track. No harm, no foul. That was in the tri-oval. Happens fairly often here at Charlotte. Easy to get off track there a little bit into that tri-oval. We're pretty much single file through the whole field for the most part. First battle on the track right here for the 19th position. Austin Hobart trying to find a way around that 2 machine of Nolan McClurg. Austin Hobart with the Hustle Fuel Shop number 88 machine. Folks, I tell you what, if you're down on energy, need some hydration, you need to go to hustlefuelshop.com. Use HMS TV as your discount code. 10% off your order. Definitely want to help our fans out. I've been slamming Hustle Fuel lately. I just can't stop drinking it. I mean, I've essentially given up water, and I've replaced it with Hustle Fuel. I think it's a valid strategy, though, because, I mean, to be fair, you have to mix water into your Hustle Fuel. So, I mean, I look at it as Hustle Fuel is like 99.9% water. So, I mean, it's got to be healthy. I'm not a nutritionist, folks, though, so don't blame me if it's not, but I feel like it is. I'm fairly confident it is. Disclaimer. If it's not, don't blame me. Eddie Gemini in the chat says, Yo, Connor. Talking about WWE stuff, they're both watching SmackDown right now. It's Friday Night SmackDown going on during the HMS TV Cup Series. Tell you what, a lot of people say, oh, no, sorry, Blake, I can't watch your stream. I'm busy. No excuses, because Connor Gerard, he never misses a stream. And if he has something else going on, he'll have it on in the background. Connor Gerard knows how to catch an HMS TV stream, and it's pretty easy, actually. If you click that notification bell on the YouTube channel, you'll never miss a lap of green flag action on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. But, I was talking with my good buddy Larry McReynolds earlier. He said, Blake, I don't know how you do it. Hutchinson Motorsports TV is the world's #1 streaming service. I said, Larry, I know this. You don't have to tell me it. He said, Blake, I got to tell you every time I see you because those viewers, they need to know all about HMS TV. And Larry McReynolds, he'll be the first to tell you, folks, if you haven't clicked that subscribe button, you're messing up. We're still clean and green here. 124 laps left to go. Lap 77 out of 200. Let's drop back in the field, see what's going on near the back. We got some slide jobs being thrown here. Jacob Thornton throwing a slide job for essentially last. In the 24th position, he goes out of Denison, Ohio. Take a look at this beautiful number 98 machine. Got JS Studios on that bad boy. It looks good. It's just not very quick, is all I know. But he's looking for some moves here, trying to get around that 2 machine. And he's going to get pinned down to the inside line. Look out, they're taking him 3 wide. Oh, my gosh, they're junk. Caution is out. That was a low percentage move. Whoever just took him 3 wide, that was horrible. Let's see this replay here, folks. Let's stop it right here. So, we're going to stop it right here. Take a look. You're going to see this car take them 3 wide. Might be the 14 there on the bottom. It's just a low percentage move. Like, why? And then he just doors the hell out of him. I mean, that's 100% on the 14. I know we got some Chavez fans in the chat, but the 14 of Frank Chavez just junked a few race cars. Not a good racing move. I'll just throw that out there, folks. It happens, though. We all make mistakes, including myself, which actually I never make mistakes. But, hey, folks, we're going to take a quick break. Click that like button if you haven't. If you haven't, I don't know what you're waiting for. But we're going to jump to the HMS TV side by side. You're watching the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Cup Series. We'll be right back. We are back here in a little bit of interesting strategies playing out. A lot of guys went down pit road, but a good amount didn't. Looks like Sebastian Marin, he was your race leader. Right now he's going to restart 15th. So Marin's going to have to handle some slower traffic in front of him. Got some old tires. Looks like Chad White leapfrogs him. He might have, let's see, I'm looking at my notes here, folks. Chad White did pit. So we got a lot of guys went down pit road, went fuel only. A couple went 2 tires. So the top 7 out here did not pit at all. So again, your top 7 did not pit. Then about 8th through 14th, they took either 2 tires or no tires. And then back from there, most of them took 4 tires. So keep an eye on Sebastian Marin restarting 14th. You're going to have speeds all over the place here right now, folks, because again, guys with no tires, guys with 2 tires, and guys with 4 tires spread out through the field. So things might get a little dicey here. I wouldn't be shocked if these guys junk it here on this restart, but we certainly hope not. Aaron Poplin going to set the pace. He is your race leader. Going to be Poplin on the inside. Byers on the outside here in the HMS TV Centography 300. Pace truck is in. On your feet, off your seats. Green flag in the air. Aaron Poplin with a good jump. Well, I never thought I'd say it. Aaron Poplin leading the race here in the HMS TV Cup Series, and we're not even at a super speedway. Great race so far for Aaron Poplin. Let's see if he can keep it going, but let's drop back in the field and watch this guy trying to get around all this traffic. He's got to take care of that car as we got some guys getting a little bit antsy and into the wall. They're going 3 wide there. Happyat gets ran up the track. 3 wide coming out of turn 4. These guys are antsy for sure. I mean, we're not even halfway done with this race, folks, and these guys racing for the win. Meanwhile, Aaron Poplin feeling pretty good. Your race leader, Josh Gagnon, in 2nd. Matt Telder, 3rd. Then you have Matthew Byers, 4th, and Lucas Strayer rounding out your top 5 on the alternate strategy. Here comes Maverick Davis behind him, trying to make some moves for the 5th position. Not going to happen quite yet as we drop back. Steve Tucker sitting in that 7th spot. Let's take a look at that rear deck lid cam on Steve Tucker. One thing to watch, Josh Adams up to the 8th position. He pit just on that last caution, went fuel only, so he's got some older tires, but looking like he's got some speed in the 8th position. Josh Adams looking good here tonight. Jaden Hopp sitting in 9th spot, and then Sebastian Marin in 10th. These were 3 of our front runners before the caution happened, so right here you're watching a lot of our favorites here tonight as they're trying to navigate this slower traffic with the older tires. Jumping back out front, Aaron Poplin in the BCI Amtrak number 63 machine. Where did this speed come from? Aaron Poplin, your race leader. Is Aaron the new GOAT, ladies and gentlemen? This guy is incredible. He is making magic happen, folks. Do you believe in miracles? Because Aaron Poplin, if he wins this race, it would be a foregone conclusion to be a miracle for sure. Meanwhile, Lucas Strayer, he's falling back here to the 9th position. The alternate pit strategy here, not really working out on speed for Strayer. He's probably going to lose a few more here shortly. Meanwhile, Matthew Byers back in the 6th position. He's watching these guys go 3 wide in front of him. Let's take a look here. Close quarters racing. Great race so far from Matthew Byers. Good to see. I mean, Matthew Byers goes way back with me. Me, Jesse, and Matthew Byers, along with Chad White and some others. We were back in 51-50 together. Brian Samara as well. But Matthew Byers, we've been racing with him for years, and he kind of disappeared off the face of the earth there for a year or two. And then out of nowhere, he messaged me about a month ago and asked if we had any leagues starting up. I said, Matthew, you need to get HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com on your car, and he did it, and he's out here running in the top 10 in a stacked field, and caution is out. Let's try to find out what happened. Davis Shively involved here, and hard into the wall. Brian Burchett in that 54 machine. No strangers to incidents here tonight in Brian Burchett. Let's try to find out what happened here. Incident in front of them. Burchett tries to avoid, goes down low, hits the grass, straight up the track. He jumps. Try to see what the, there we go. Oh my. These guys just try to split the 85 there. Unable to do it. Let's slow this down here, folks. Take a look. We're going to slow this down here as we take the Hutchinson Motorsports TV chopper cam. Here it is. So here's the 85 of Davis Shively in the red roof car there. Looks like he gets a little bit off pace or something because multiple cars start to go around him. And not enough room for that, unfortunately. So that brings out the caution. Multiple cars involved. We're going to take a quick break, though, folks. You're watching the world's #1 streaming service. Aaron Poplin, your race leader, somehow. We are back here at Charlotte, and most of our drivers went down pit road, but it looks like our top 4 elect to stay out there. Last pit about 11 laps before the rest of the field, so you got Chris Essery inheriting the race lead. Nick Happyat going to start on his outside. Dennis Orff and Jason Steptoe in row number 2. Rest of the field all went down pit road. Jaden Hopp, Sebastian Marin both went fuel only. Austin Hobart might have went fuel only as well. Might have got 2 tires. I'm not sure. But the rest of the field on back. Aaron Poplin in the 8th position has 4 fresh tires. So keep an eye on Aaron Poplin in that 63. He's led some laps here tonight, having a race of his life here at Charlotte. Let's see if Aaron Poplin can keep it going. So we're not even halfway done here tonight. A lot of fuel-only stops we've seen. We've seen a lot of 2 tires as well. You definitely want to space out your tire sets, so you don't want to burn them up, though, as the pace truck is in. Field is set, rolling towards that juicy Spider restart zone. Chris Essery brings the field to green here at Charlotte. Essery out front, Happyack second. You got Dennis Orff third, followed by Jaden Hopp, as we are still clean and green on to the backstretch. Chris Essery in the Ella Langley number 4 machine. Jason Steptoe in the 87 machine in the 6th position. He's ripping the top line. But here comes Sebastian Marin looking to the inside to try and get back into the top 5. Top on board with that number 24 machine and sees the Hustle Fuel 88 car right in front of him. So these guys continue to duke it out. We're almost to the halfway point here tonight. Great battles on track here as these guys continue to race side by side. Josh Adams, follow, look out, no! Caution is out, the 71 of Darrell Young Jr. Nowhere for him to go. Let's see what happened. Here it is. So you see that one get sideways. Darrell tries to stay low. Well, nothing he could have done. Gets right hook, gets into the wall, shouldn't have too much damage. But it looked like the 12... I think that was a 12. Yeah, Jamin Bernhardt got sideways there. So here it is one more time. He gets a little bit of help from Steve Tucker, gets turned down into Darrell Young Jr., and I think that's about it. Just a few cars involved, that a couple cars off track. So that's going to bring out caution number 7 here tonight. Chris Essery, our race leader. Nick Happyack second, Hop third or fourth, and Marin rounding out your top 5 for now. Checking out the chat here, you got Bandit Mechanical says, how's it been going, Connor? He's been busy lately. Well, no excuse, Mike. That's Mike Poole, by the way. If Connor can make it every night, you can as well. Unbelievable. Well, we're going to take just a short break here, folks. We'll be right back. You're watching the world's number 1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Go ahead, Larry.
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Real quick, you both stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish! It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
He knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish. And we're back here at Charlotte with the HMS TV Cup Series. Looks like the field's lined up, ready to roll. Most of the field stayed out there. We did have our race leader of Chris Essery go down pit road, so he gives up that race lead, drops pretty far back, going to restart 25th. So our front row, it's going to be Nick Hapiak, your race leader in that 06 machine, with the one of Jaden Hopp on his outside. We've had some good racing here tonight. I mean, we've had our share of cautions, but again, I mean, we're looking at 40 cars. I mean, it's going to happen here at iRacing. These guys are not professionals. They're pretty good, though, and even if they were professionals, I've seen some of the Coke races, and I think we're right on par with about what goes on there. But nonetheless, pace truck is in. Field is set. Hapiak on the inside. Hop on the outside. On your feet. Off your seats. Green flag. Back in the air here at Charlotte. Great jump there from Hapiak. He gets that car rolling as Hop struggles to get rolling as they're 3 wide a little bit in the back for about the 8th position. Keep our eyes right here as Matt Telder trying to stay inside the top 10. Aaron Poplin looking to the inside. Hapiak leads the field here as they cross the tri-oval into lap number 100. We are halfway done here in Charlotte. Let's go. Good to see Nick Hapiak ripping it around as your race leader. Look at that clear track in front of him. He's loving what he's seeing. Last pit on lap 79. Look at all those cars chasing them, and oh, they're getting into the wall back there. Are we still green? I don't know. Looking a little antsy in the back. Black flag on Austin Oliver. Still green for now. Joshua Thornton involved in that incident. Again, staying green. Let's see what happened, though, here, folks. Trouble is up there. Nowhere for Thornton to go. He slams the brakes, goes into the grass, throws a slide job, and there you have it. So still clean and green, though, but that's unfortunate for Mr. Joshua Thornton. Meanwhile, we got a side-by-side battle for the 9th position. We got one sideways. Look out. Caution is out. What an evasive maneuver from Aaron Poplin. I mean, he loses some spots, but it could have ended much worse. Let's see this replay here. Look at this. Here's Aaron Poplin on board with him. Oh, and he gets turned there by Maverick Davis. That's the 89. Goes off pace. 63 at Poplin avoids him. Let's see this replay. Dennis Orff might have had a little bit of help here, folks. What do you think? Yeah, I'd say Davis was a couple car lengths back there in the corner. I know he was quicker than Dennis Orff, but it doesn't give you the right to run through somebody. And thankfully, Dennis Orff doesn't get ARCA braked. So there's some good news for it, I guess. Nonetheless, we're going to rack them up once again. Hapiak, still your race leader, lap of 103 out of 200. Drunken Spider in the chat says, let's go, Juicy Spider. He's pulling for his boys. He's pumped up. We got 35 fans still tuned in, watching this race live. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. Take a look at this awesome commercial. Here it is. Are you sick and tired of the endless scrolling on boring websites who just simply don't understand who you are? We've all been there. Well, look no more, because the world's #1 streaming service is now online. HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com. We'll see you there. Nick Hapiak heads down pit road here, and unfortunately, most of those race leaders, they're staying out. So Hapiak going to give up that track position, but he did have, 10 laps older fuel tank, I guess you'd call it. 10 laps more on the fuel tank. So he's got to eventually pay the piper, we'll call it, as he heads down pit road. So he's going to give over the lead to the one machine, Jaden Hopp. Jaden Hopp is no slouch. He's out here with a 6,900 I rating. Definitely one to watch. He has been up front all night long. You got Jaden Hopp leading this thing, Austin Hobart second, Sebastian Marin third, followed by Matt Telder and Matthew Byers, rounding out your top 5 here tonight. Let's take just a short break, folks. We're going to rack them up and go green here in just about a minute probably here. We'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. We are back here at Charlotte. Field is bunched up and ready to roll. Your front row, it's going to be Jaden Hopp on the inside, Austin Hobart on the outside. Good looking front row here. You know what, folks? Let's change this up and take the green flag from the Juicy Spider drone cam. Folks, if you don't like this shot, you can blame Drunken Spider in the chat. He's the one flying the drone. So I'm going to leave this one in the hands of Drunken Spider with the Juicy Spider drone cam. But take a look here. You got the Hustle Fuel 88 machine, the Hustle Fuel 1 machine taking the green side by side on the front row here in lap 105 at Charlotte. Here you see it. Pace truck is in, field is set. We're on board with the Juicy Spider drone cam. On your feet, off your seats. Green flag in the air. Great jump from the one of Jaden Hopp. Jaden Hopp going to work, and don't look now. Here comes the 24 machine. Sebastian Marin into second as the field continues to chase down Jaden Hopp, your race leader. Ripping it around clean and green down the backstretch. Here comes the 24 machine. Sebastian Marin sitting in second. Long way to go in this one, though, folks. These guys are going to have to pit at least one more time, possibly two more times. I don't know. We're going to keep an eye out for sure as Sebastian Marin sits in second. Third position, Austin Hobart. Fourth's going to be Steve Tucker with Matt Telder rounding out your top 5 in that number 20. Dropping back here, you got some hard racing in the 16th position out of Tallahassee, Florida. Bailey Brannon trying to get that number 6 machine up to the front. Got the 16 car off pace there down on the apron. We're still good to go. As Bailey Brannon getting a bumper from Nick Hapiak. Hapiak says, "Get out of the way, Bailey. I will junk you." Got another one off pace there on the apron as we're still clean and green here at Charlotte. Race leader is Jaden Hopp, Sebastian Marin in the 24 machine. I'm receiving word from Drunken Spider. He's got the Juicy Spider drone cam out there. Let's take a look. Look at this shot. The BACRacing.com number 24 machine. Sebastian Marin. They put a ringer in that car because I tell you what, Jarrett Bolton was not having a good season, and caution is out. Let's try to find out what happened. Looking around here, trying to find my log. Let's rewind this here, folks. Is this it? Oh, yeah. There it is. Adam Hoagland gets tangled up there with JT Tinker. Brings out a caution. I think we could have gone without that one, but hey, nonetheless, race control saw what he saw, so caution is out here. 99, Adam Hoagland gets right hooked. Let's see this replay one more time. Who do you think's at fault here? Yeah, I think the 99 of Hoagland comes up the track. I don't think Tinker did anything there. Nonetheless, caution number 9 is out 110 laps into this 200 lapper. Let's see what these guys elect to do out front. Are they going to head down pit lane, fill up on fuel, get some tires? We're about to find out. On board with Jaden Hopp. Let's see if he takes that left down pit road. He's at least faking towards there. He's going to do it. Down pit road goes Jaden Hopp. Sebastian Marin right behind him, as well as Steve Tucker and Hunter Sr. But it looks like a lot of guys staying out. You know, this has been interesting. We've had varying pit strategies all race long, and that trend continues here in lap 111. Caution number 9, Austin Hobart, going to inherit that race lead. I believe the first time of the night he's been out front, so good to see that 88 machine taking over the top spot. As always, appreciate all our fans tuning in. Tonight's race, the HMS TV Simtography 300, right here on the world's #1 streaming service. We are giving away a premium package from HMS TV Simtography to our race winner tonight. That is a $30 value, but it's actually worth much, much more than that, obviously. So check us out, folks. HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com. Check out the Simtography page from there. Bubba Myers Custom Designs. He says the 22 machine has a fresh paint. Well, let's take a quick look here as we got the Juicy Spider drone cam flying around. By the way, this caution-free break brought to you by Bubba Myers Custom Designs. Thanks, Bubba, making this happen. We're going to rack them up here, but take a look. The 22 machine of Josh Adams. Juicy Spider Racing on the car here. High Side Podcast. You got all kinds of great sponsors on this baby right here. Great shot. Let's take a look at this number 98 machine while we're at it here. About to go green this time, but we got a little bit of time. Take a look. The 98, Joshua Thornton. It's been a race not to remember for Thornton. But take a look. Juicy Spider Studios on here. There it is. But the field is bunched up, and we are ready to roll here. Going to be restart number 9 on the night. Again, you saw a bunch of guys head down pit road there. Looks like Sebastian Marin, the first one off of pit road. He's restarting 21st. So long way to go through the field for Sebastian Marin. He's way back here, so he's got to try to stay out of trouble navigating through this traffic. Let's take this restart on board with Sebastian Marin. He has 4 fresh tires. Restarting 21st. Pace truck is in. Field is set into the Juicy Spider restart zone. Green flag in the air here at Charlotte. Little bit of a check up there through the field as expected when you got so many cars here tonight. 40 cars starting, 45 actually qualified. So meanwhile, you got a door-to-door battle here for the 22nd position. That's Sebastian Marin watching Steve Tucker door-to-door with Maverick Davis. They're going 3 wide. Boy, Marin put it in a tight hole there, and he's able to get it around there. A couple cars up to 19. He goes. Meanwhile, out front, Austin Hobart, your race leader from Kakedo, Minnesota. He is looking good. Matt Taylor second. Lucas Strayer third. Then you have Josh Adams and Matthew Byers rounding out your top 5. Side-by-side battle briefly there for the third position. Strayer out of Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, gonna hold on to that spot. Stained Pink in the chat said, thanks for the commentary and broadcast of the race. Well, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate all our fans here at HMS TV. We're just doing what we love. Can't do it without you fans at home. If you enjoy what you see, check out the HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com website. Many ways you can support us on top of viewing. Meanwhile, this HMS TV Labs number 28 machine, Chad White, finds himself back into the top 10 finally, trying to make some moves. Needs to get back out front. But who's feeling antsy here? Looks like Nolan McClurg is swerving. I'm sorry, that's actually the 6 machine of Bailey Brannon. He's all over the place, taking him 3 wide. Oh, gosh, you're going to junk him. Bailey Brannon driving like a madman right now. I think he's just trying to bring out a caution or something. We saw him go high to low to high to low. Then he took him 3 wide. He doored Josh Gagnon. He said, get out of the way, Josh. I'm going to the front. Meanwhile, Brian Samara finding himself back into the top 5. Good run for that 53 machine. Brian Samara finally has some speed here. Love seeing it. These BCI cars are hooked up tonight. Samara in 5th. Poplin battling for 10th right now. And then you got JT Tinker about a lap down in 34th. So Tinker not very fast, but the other ones are. Look at this battle right here. These guys are 3 wide. I think we're about to see a wreck. Let's take a look. Maverick Davis sitting in the 18th position, trying to go to work on Steve Tucker. We're going to hop on board with Maverick Davis. He's got a car above him, a car in front of him, and cars behind him. Cars everywhere for the 25 machine, Maverick Davis. Clean and green. We got a battle for the 3rd position. Lucas Strayer's trying to hold off that 22 machine of Josh Adams. Boy, Luke Strayer, not sure where this speed came from, but he's up there, and he's on a good strategy, too. It's not like he's on some alternate strategy or anything. Finds himself running in the 3rd position. Good to see Luke Strayer. You know, he's known as a super speedway menace, but he's out here at Charlotte ripping it around here with 81 laps remaining in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Cup Series. Ladies and gentlemen, Bandit Mechanical just donated $2 with a super chat. He said, "Boo Habs, Sabres Nation." All right, you're done. Somebody mute this guy. Unbelievable. This guy's booing the Habs. How dare you? You're a Canadian. How can you boo the Habs? You need to leave. Meanwhile, this 24 machine of Sebastian Marin up to the 12th spot. We saw him restart around 25th or so. He is getting that 24 machine back up to the front. Let's check out that HMS TV nose cam with the 24 machine. Well, I tell you what, Aaron Poplin is holding them off right now. Good run so far for that 63 machine. Amtrak on the car, Aaron Poplin. Doing all he can here. As Aaron's boss, Brian Samara, owner of Brian Samara Industries, BCI we call him, sitting in the 5th spot, trying to hold off Nick Hapiak right there beside him. Hopping on board with Hapiak, he is stuck in the 6th position, going to have to fall in the line. That low line has just been so hard all night long to finish a pass. You just cannot get any speed off of the corner, especially out of turns 1 and 2. You're just kind of a sitting duck on that backstretch. Oh, Drunken Spider is dying to show something, folks. What does he have up his sleeve? And here it is. Matthew Byers out here with the HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com number 27 machine. Well, you better be careful, Drunken. You're going to get stuck inside of that well there. Oh, he's just dying to check out the inside of this car. Got Matthew Byers ripping around this Hutchinson Motorsports TV number 27. Oh, and look at that. HMS TV Cinematography on the deck lid as well, folks. That is tonight's race sponsor. HMS TV Cinematography, our winner tonight, will get a $30 premium package for free. Well, and then Drunken Spider, he parks it and turns off the camera. So hopefully the drone doesn't fly off that car. It might. I don't know. Meanwhile, Austin Hobart, still your race leader. You got a side-by-side battle for second. That's Telder on the high side. Joshua Adams on the bottom, trying to get around him. Austin Hobart, still your race leaders. They're side-by-side for second and third. Let's drop back in the field, see what's going on, you know, with one of my favorite paint schemes tonight. I haven't seen him in a while since he pit earlier, but the number 4 machine of Chris Essery. Look at this paint, folks. You know what? I think Drunken Spider, he's got the drone cam parked on the deck lid. He wants to show this thing off. Here it is. Wow, we can see the fuel cell there. That's impressive. But look at this car. This thing is a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. Ella Langley, Her Highness Ella Langley. No disrespect for Ella Langley in the chat, or you will be banned. She is goated. And you see Chris Essery in the 21st position trying to make some moves to get that Ella Langley number 4 machine into victory lane. What a paint scheme. But man, Connor Gerard has a tough task here tonight to try to decipher who's going to win tonight's paint of the race. $73 laps left to go. Got a couple cars off track. Frank Chavez, Davis Shively. We're still clean and green for now, but we got a battle here door to door for the second spot. Telder defending well on that high line. The 22 of Adams seems to have more speed. He's going down pit road. We got some green flag stops happening. Boy, Josh Adams, he's laying all his cards on the table. He is short pitting the field. If he gets pinned a lap down, he might be toast. He is hoping these guys don't junk it. So Josh Adams heads down pit lane. He is the first one to start this pit cycle. Let's pull up the HMS TV pit strategy board. These guys out front last pit 38 laps ago. And here comes Hobart and Telder. You got the 0-2 of Strayer as well, and I believe that's Ben Pierce right behind him. So ladies and gentlemen, new race leader out front, Brian Samara from BC iRacing. He is the race leader. 71 laps remain here tonight. Man, oh man, never thought we'd be seeing this, but BCI, they had Aaron Poplin leading earlier, and Brian Samara now takes his turn as a race leader coming out of turn 4, gonna cross the tri-oval. Samara, your leader. Byers second, Marin third, followed by Happyack and White, rounding out your top 5. But we pull back up your HMS TV pit strategy board. Your top 2 both pit 40 laps ago. I think they're probably going to be heading in this time around maybe. We'll just have to wait and see. Samara into pit road as well as Byers. Good to see some green flag pit stops happening here tonight. New race leader, though. No shock here. Sebastian Marin finds himself back out in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. 69, am I right, laps remain here in the HMS TV Cinematography 300. No black flags yet from these pit stops. Aaron Poplin down pit road as you got Marin out front, Happyack second, Davis third, Gagnon fourth, and Nolan McClurg rounds out your top 5 here. Boy, things are getting interesting for sure as these pit cycles continue. Let's hop on board with the Nolan McClurg out of Grayson, Kentucky. Good night so far for McClurg. A lot of ups and downs, but he finds himself sitting pretty in the top 10 here tonight. So looking out front, you know, Marin pit on lap 110. Happy-Ack pit on lap 103. So it looks like Marin should have at least 5 more laps of fuel than Happy-Ack, but still a long way to go here. I think they can make it about 40 laps on fuel. And these guys out front, they're sitting at about 25 to 30 laps so far. So that's going to move Maverick Davis into second. And pit stops continue to happen. A little bit further back in the field, you got mostly single file. We got one got a little sideways, but we're good to go. We're still rolling. Meanwhile, Terry Vincent in the 20th position out of Anderson, South Carolina. Good run so far for Terry. Ended up losing some spots. And you got guys all over. They're going 3 wide into the tri-oval. Now with the green flag pit cycles, we do have a lot of cars pinned a lap down right now. So if a caution flies, it really screws a lot of people because only about 20 cars on the lead lap right now at this point. Oh, listen in, Sebastian Marin, your race leader. He is starting to clutch, trying to save some fuel. That is interesting to see. Marin is thinking in the long run here. Let's hop on board. Hear that clutch getting hit, or he's turning the car off, one of the two. Sebastian Marin's trying to make this thing get to 40 to go, so it can be a one-stop race for him. Meanwhile, second position, Maverick Davis. You got Nick Happy-Ack, Gagnon as well. So these, from second on back to fifth, these guys all pit on lap 103. They are going to have to pit probably 2 more times, while Sebastian Marin's going to try to make that thing last to be a one-stop strategy. Other cars that pit on lap 10, we drop back into the 6th position. Jaden Hopp. He's trying to make that thing stretch. Then we have Cam Ingram up into the 7th position. Last pit on lap 110. And then Chris Essery also pitting on lap 110. So something to watch. The people who pit on lap 110, they are best situated on fuel here for sure. Connor Gerard in the chat, he's pumped up. We got Hunter Haskell out there. He is sad that Hunter did not get to see his car. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Hunter. You got involved in that wreck earlier. But there's always plenty of opportunities for Connor Gerard to see those paint schemes, to give you the paint of the night one of these days. Meanwhile, we see the 41 machine, Hunter Sr. He was out front early on, right now sitting in the 14th position. Got Juicy Spider on the car. That's a Bubba Myers Custom Designs paint scheme. Pit cycles continue. Sounds like the 98 going to head down. Noah Ward down pit road as well, and Maverick Davis, as well as Nick Happy-Ack, Nolan McClurg, and Joshua Thornton all down pit road. I'm not seeing any black flags here, so we're still clean and green here. Sebastian Marin, your race leader, has about a 2.7 second lead. Let's hop on board. Listen in, folks. You can hear Sebastian Marin every corner. He is rocking that clutch, trying to extend that fuel tank as far as he can. That was one of the notes I gave Sebastian Marin. I said, hey, Sebastian, listen, you need to grab yourself a notepad. I got some tips for you tonight to win this race. I said, you need to save fuel. That's the #1 goal. And he listened to me. So I'm glad he's taking the tips here from HMS TV, world's #1 streaming service. But we drop back here, second position, Cam Ingram out of Houston, Texas. Let's hop on board, see if he's saving some fuel. He last pit on lap 110 as well. Listen in here. Nope, he's just downshifting. So Cam Ingram is not trying to stretch this into a one-stop race, I don't think. So pit cycles continue right now. We're down to 10 cars on the lead lap due to the green flag pit cycle. Chris Essery in the 3rd position. He also pit on lap 10. Everybody left out on the track right now. All pit on lap 110, I do believe, or later. So all our guys on the lead lap, they're going to have to pit here shortly in the next, I don't know, 8 to 12 laps, I'd assume. So we'll keep an eye out for sure as Terry Vincent heads down pit road. Out of the ones that have pit, Matthew Byers sitting in 11th. He is leading that group. That's all you can really ask for if you're out here. You want to be the one leading your strategy, and that's what Matthew Byers is doing right now, trying to get around some traffic. But Austin Hobart right behind him in 11th position now. $43 fans tuned in watching the HMS TV Simtography. 357 laps left to go. So I'm running the math. These guys, they pit on lap 110 that are out front here. You could go about 40 laps on fuel, so that's going to bring you in around lap 150. So I don't know. You're going to have to save multiple laps of fuel to try to make this a one-stop strategy. But if anybody can do it, I'm not going to question this guy right here, Sebastian Marin. NASCAR Cup Series driver driving for Tony Kanaan Esports this season. Some big news may be coming this week about Sebastian Marin as well with all that stuff, so stay tuned to all that. Down pit road goes Chris Essery as well as Cam Ingram. Brian Burchett down pit road with Frank Chavez as well. So Sebastian Marin, he's kind of on an island on his own here. He's the only one that hasn't pit yet on this cycle. Going to be interesting to see, can he make this thing stretch? No, I think he's going to bite the bullet, and he's heading down pit road. I think he realized I am not going to make it happen. He didn't want to lose too much ground by long pitting. So Sebastian Marin down pit road, he's going to give up that race lead eventually. Matthew Byers has to unlap himself. Let's see if he can win the race off of pit road from Sebastian Marin. So this could be the battle for the race lead as Byers is holding off Austin Hobart out front here. Out of turns 3 and 4 they go. Marin stopped in his stall. What's he going to do? Looks like a fuel-only stop, I think, for Marin. He leaves pit road. Matthew Byers takes over the top spot, taking advantage of short pitting. Byers last pit on lap 131. Hobart right behind him, last pit on lap 129. So we're here on lap 147. These guys will probably have to pit around, I'd say, lap 170 at the latest. So we'll keep an eye out. That'll bring out our next pit cycle. So good to see some green flag racing, folks. I mean, we've been clean and green now for, I don't know, 40, 50 laps. Nice and refreshing to get some green flag action here as we jump up to the Bubba Myers Custom Designs blimp. Look at this view way up high in the sky. And actually, Bubba's flying 2 blimps, folks. Look at this. Wow. He's right underneath the International Space Station up there. Bubba Myers doing it all here tonight. Looking for a paint scheme, folks? Head on over to Discord at Bubba Myers Custom Designs. Best paint schemes in the business. Meanwhile, Matthew Byers out front leading the pack here. He is your race leader in that Hutchinson Motorsports TV.com number 27 machine. Oh, Drunken Spider just took advantage of the Juicy Spider drone cam. Let's take a quick look at this 27 machine once again, folks. And right there, the world's #1 website. That's all you need to know, folks. HutchinsonMotorsportsTV.com. So looking through the field here, Matthew Byers, your race leader. Second place, Austin Hobart. Sebastian Marin comes out of the pits into third here, and he's trying to make a pass for the second spot, and looks like he's going to do so. Now, everybody is going to have to pit one more time. Now, you want to at least wait for lap 160, I'd say. You probably want to wait till 161, 162 to make sure you're good to go on fuel the rest of the way, but We'll keep our eyes out here when this next green flag pit cycle starts. Sebastian Marin taking a run. He's going to take back the race lead here shortly. Looking to the inside here, heading into turn 1. Matthew Byers going to give up the top spot. Sebastian Marin back out to the race lead. So looking through the field, we still have basically the whole field on the lead lap. So everybody is still in it if we get a caution, but Sebastian Marin, he's hoping we do not get a caution. And meanwhile, Maverick Davis taking over that third spot. He certainly got some speed in that Hutchinson Motorsports TV 25 machine. You know, it's good to see my racing team finally doing something here in the HMS TV Cup Series all season long. It's been rough. These guys been wrecking every week. Well, right now we're second. We're sitting second and third with Byers and Davis on the board. So good to see you. Hopefully we can get some team points here tonight for sure. But Austin Hobart sits in that 4th position with Jaden Hopp in 5th. Josh Adams 6th. Then we have Chad White in that Hutchinson Motorsports TV Labs number 28 machine. Look at this beautiful paint scheme.
That thing is sweet.
Oh, Jesse Becker joining us. Man, Jesse, I wasn't sure you were going to make it. Glad to have you because I'm starting to lose my voice.
Yeah, I snuck in there. Showed up to the track a little late. Thankfully, I could pick Chad White out due to that neon green he's got going on that machine.
Absolutely. Now, Jesse, we've had a little bit of everything here. I mean, we had some chaos early on, but we've been clean and green now for, I don't know, probably 50 or 60 laps at least. And Sebastian Marin has regained that race lead, and he's starting to put it on him.
Glad to see it. It's good to see the green flag racing. It looks like we got plenty of cars still out there right now. It looks to be about 32 or 33 guys still coming around the track. So to have some clean and green racing like this, having green flag pit stops entire cycles, I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, I definitely love seeing it. You know, we saw Sebastian Marin. He was actually holding the clutch earlier trying to save some fuel. Let's hop on board, see if he's still doing it. Listen in. Nope. He's done saving fuel, Jesse. He said, you know what, it's go time. I think he was trying to make this into a one-stop race there at the end, and I think he quickly realized this isn't happening. Headed down pit road, and he's going to have to pit again here. I'd say this next cycle, Jesse, it's probably going to start around lap 160 or so because they can make it about 40 laps on fuel.
Yeah, this is the longest race we're going to have this season. These guys have got to be able to take care of the fuel and the tires and make sure they have the optimal pit strategy, which I'm sure somebody like Sebastian Marin has it planned out probably from lap 1 on what he's trying to do best he can.
Yeah, I mean, he's done some interesting things. I think he's kind of teaching these drivers some strategy moves because he took 2 tires early on in the race. In the back of my mind, I was thinking, what is he doing? And obviously, he knows more than we do, and it worked out for sure. And he's basically led this entire race, Jesse. Take a look.
I see the list there. Austin Hobart, double digits, and Aaron Effin Poplin,
yeah,
double digits. That's his new nickname here on the channel.
That's not a typo.
I just crowned that earlier today.
Yeah, that's actually not a typo.
Yeah, 11 laps. I mean, that's incredible. Shout out Aaron Effin Poplin.
Yeah, and then the boss man, Brian Samara, led a couple laps earlier. So Team BCI, you know, with a strong outing here tonight, you know, they've had a pretty good season, Jesse. I know you know the points better than anybody since you're the one that does them. And Team BCI is certainly a strong early favorite for maybe that team championship.
Yeah, they're definitely in the fight. I'm pulling it up actually right now. Powerhouse Racing with a big lead. Of course, they had a great race last week at Bristol. That's your team with the 02, the 20, and the 33. I know those guys at least leading the way for that. Those charters leading the points by a good margin. Then you've got Juicy Spider, Brewer Motorsports, BCI, and Hustle Fuel Performance separated by 2 points behind them.
Now where's HMS TV, Jesse? I could have swore we were winning, weren't we?
Y'all are in 8.
What is going on? This is why I fired Chad so much, Jesse, but he just won't leave.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, hey, right now, though, I mean, we got a good shot. I know only 2 of our drivers count, but right now, HMS TV sitting in 2nd, 4th, and 6th here.
Definitely a good bounce back race, a good points race. I don't know how the stage went. I wasn't around for that. But depending on if y'all got some stage points too, I mean, it could be a good bounce back night for HMS TV. The farthest Starhouse car I see right now is going to be the 20 there of Matt Telder running 8th. So they might lose some points to some guys here tonight.
Yeah, and while you were talking about the points, we lost, or the pit cycle started. We saw Austin Hobart kind of overslit his pit stall. That's going to hurt him. So we saw Hobart head down pit road. Joshua Adams as well went down pit road. I think he was sitting around 6th or so. So going to be interesting to see when does Sebastian Marin elect to head down. Now, he was the last one to pit here, Jesse. If you're Marin, I mean, I'm guessing he's probably just going to go fuel only here. So, I mean, if I'm Marin, I probably just stretch this thing out as far as I can in case a caution comes out or something, and then take fuel only at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a viable strategy. He's got a good-sized lead here, 3.5 seconds over the 25 of Maverick Davis. So if he goes fuel only, it'll be guaranteed a shorter stop than anybody else. And at 24, I'm sure he's no joke at saving tires.
I would assume so. Now, Jesse, I was telling the fans earlier, I was talking to Sebastian, and he just kept asking me all these questions. I said, Sebastian, grab a notepad. He wrote about 7 pages of notes, Jesse, and it looks like he's doing everything I told him.
Well, I mean, it is true that most of these guys out here, you did teach them everything they know.
Yep, absolutely. I'm glad somebody finally admits it. Everybody thinks I'm lying when I say that, but it's just fact.
No, complete fact. Blake Hutchinson, I thought it was a dream I had that I met him as only a legitimate dirt racer on iRacing, and then he's slowly got his way into ovals. He's actually been. I woke up from the dream, and Blake's one of the oval experts.
Yeah, well said. Now, Jesse, Jaden Hopp, he's had a great night all night long, and we've seen him basically in the top 3 the whole time. He's no slouch. He's up here with about 7K I rating. Finds himself in the 3rd spot. That number 1 machine looking pretty quick here tonight.
Yeah, number one car for Tier 1 Racing. Currently 22nd coming into this race in the charter point standings with the top 10 on the season. So got some work to do to get that car up in the point standings, and he's having a fantastic run. I think, I was going to say I think that's the highest up Tier 1 machine, but the 01 is up in 14th in our charter standings.
And look at this. I'm digging this, Jesse. They actually have all the drivers of this one machine right there. That's pretty sweet.
That's sharp. They got the win sticker on there from the Clash.
Yeah.
It was Alan Dobbs that took that win away.
I definitely call it that. He kind of did take the win away, but hey, I don't blame him. That's short track racing. It's the
that
Clash.
phrasing was intentional for sure.
I mean, hey, it's the Clash at the end of the day. So, I mean, if you're going to do it anywhere, you're going to do it at the Clash.
Yeah, as Denny would say, that's just short track racing.
Absolutely. When we look through the field here, Jesse, now I was telling the viewers earlier, this is an important race because starting next week, our top 30 in charter points are locked in to the races, so they don't have to worry about qualifying.
Yeah, it's an important thing because there's a lot of names here that are below the top 30 coming into this race. I mean, Chad White only scored 2 points or 5 points so far this season. So he's hoping to get himself up into the top 30. People like, let's see, the 25 machine, Maverick Davis, he's surely going to be up into the top 30, but coming into tonight, he was back in 33rd. There's a lot of big names that are trying to get into that safety zone.
Now, Jesse, a lot of
a big night.
Yeah, a lot of our regular viewers, they were kind of shocked to see the 24 out front. Now, where were they at in charter points here before Sebastian Marin hopped in that car?
The 24 has not made a start this season.
My goodness, Jarrett Bolton. I mean, you can't do any worse.
He's literally not on the board. So Sebastian coming in, probably going to boost this car up into the top 20,
wow.
if not maybe top 15 with this performance if he can bring it home.
He was our stage winner, and I mean, I haven't seen him being involved in an incident. I'm guessing he's probably got 0x as well. So this might be a max point day, Jesse, but we'll have to wait and confirm.
I know that he's only planning on making a few starts this season, so we're going to have to see where that 24 car ends up in the standings. And it'd be funny to see the difference Sebastian does compared to whoever else gets in that car.
Well, I think, as far as I know, Jarrett Bolton's getting back in it, so it's going to be a tough hill to climb for Sebastian Marin. Even if he wins every race he starts, I don't know if he can wheel that thing into the playoffs or not.
I actually believe there's an attempt to have me drive that 24 car last week, which fell through. But nonetheless, Sebastian doing a great job in it tonight. And ooh, who's that on the screen? Who the hell is Daryl Young Jr.?
I don't know. Some guy that keeps like begging me to come on air, and I don't know who this guy even is.
That 71 car, that's a sweet scheme it's got going, and it's been a good year so far. Third in the charter standings through 2 races for the 71.
And Maverick Davis.
Whoa. I was in the other room and I heard y'all talking about my best friend Daryl.
Oh, Christian joining us. Christian, hey, how's it going up there? I mean, you're probably getting pretty bored. We've been cleaning green for, I don't know how long, Christian. It's been like 80 laps.
It's been longest green flag run of HMS TV Cup Series so far. Put that on the stat track era, Jesse. It's been great. But 28 laps to go out here, and these drivers, I guess they don't need me anymore. So I'm gonna stop watching the race. Is that what I should do right now?
Yeah, no,
I'd say so.
Jesse, there's that gift. It's I'm about to head out. I think that's Christian right now.
Yeah, SpongeBob meme. I'm a head out.
We do have
just keep
a
your
pit
feet
cycle.
up, man. Fall asleep. Put your hat over your eyes, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, we do have a pit cycle going on right now. So I mean, I'm keeping an eye out. I'm gonna try my best not to have to ever throw a caution during the season, during a cycle. But stuff happens. If the track's blocked, it's got to go out.
Somebody wall right. I think that's Steve Tucker got into the wall there coming out of turn 4, but he's good to go. But yeah, we see a handful of guys down pit road. Maverick Davis already pit, Josh Gagnon, Joshua Thornton. We got some others as well. But I mean, at the end of the day, if we don't get a caution, Sebastian Marin can kind of already start celebrating in victory lane.
Absolutely. And you got Sebastian Marin, he's sitting at the top with 0 incidences. I'm not going to tell you everyone's incidents because we don't need people, trying to get somebody for a drive-through, but we have 271 total incidents in the session currently, Blake, during the race.
Wow. And those all came early on. I mean, we had our fair share of incidents early, but like we've mentioned, I mean, we've been cleaning green quite some time here. It's Chris Essery, and you know what? You guys know I have to show off this paint scheme again. I mean, take a look. Have you guys seen this thing?
I've heard you're Ella Langley's biggest fan, Blake.
Overhyped.
All right, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Whoa! You can't throw.
Mute him.
Whoa! Look out! Oh no! We've lost connection. Oh no!
What are you doing?
Not sure what just happened. My thing just crashed here, folks. Hopefully it comes back. We're froze up here for now. I don't know why that just happened, but hey, nonetheless, I think this did happen the other night, and
oh jeez.
Yeah, my thing's froze up here, boys. We might be cooked.
You done broke it. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, we're still.
That was the Juicy Spatter drone cam.
Yeah,
for just a
we're
moment.
still clean and green, folks. Let's take a quick break, see if we can figure this out. But we still got, 25 laps left here. I think. Oh, hang on. I think I might have figured it out. There we go. We're good to go, baby. We got Sebastian Marin, your race leader. And you know what? I'm blaming Drunken Spider. I mean, I don't know what he's doing out there with that drone cam. Thanks a lot, Drunken.
Yeah, I've never seen a drone move that fast. I could understand how that would break stuff.
Bubba Meyer says too many beers, Mike. I agree.
Yeah, Drunken Spider got the drone up in the air, and then he said,
We'll be right back.
Boy, I saw Sebastian Marin enter the pits, and I was like, what the hell? He's flying. I thought for sure he's going to get a black, but obviously he kind of knows what he's doing. So no black flag for Sebastian Marin.
You think it's kind of surprising to see him pit this early? Like you said, he was one of the guys that pit the latest in that last cycle. Do you know how many laps he went before coming in this time?
Not very many, but my guess is he might want to, yeah, I was about to say he's probably going to take tires pitting this early because he probably could have gone to 10 to go if he was just splashing and going. Is he getting 4? I'm kind of shocked he's getting 4. I thought he'd go with 2, but let's see if this plays off here. Maverick Davis going to take the race lead. Now, Maverick did pit as well, but he kind of short pit here. So Marin going to leave the pits and have some work to do. New race leader out front, the Hutchinson Motorsports TV.com 25 machine, Maverick Davis.
Yeah, we're going to get to watch the 24 Marin have to chase Davis down here over the next 22 laps. We'll see if he can do it. Maverick Davis is no slouch either. We've been seeing him race in the second split in the qualifying series on Tuesday nights.
Absolutely.
So the 25 is no slouch either.
Yeah, now Marin's going to have 7-lap fresher tires, and I mean, let's just be honest, he's probably a little faster to begin with, so let's keep an eye on that right now. He's got a good gap to go to work on, Jesse, about 2.5 seconds. This kind of reminds me of SVG over at Watkins Glen at the end of that race, don't you think?
Yeah, we're going to have to see if he can get him. He's going to need about a 10th a lap here to be safe, a little more than a 10th a lap, so we'll keep our eyes out on it. A lot of good runs, though. We've got Jaden Hopp still in your top 3. Josh Adams having a good run in that 22. And Austin Hobart, he's rounding out your top 5 right now in that 88, having a good run. That car's second in the points right now.
Yeah, it's been a great season for Hobart. I mean, he's been fast every single week, and he's going to carry this momentum for sure. Looking like it's going to be another top 5 run potentially for the Hustle Fuel 88 machine. And speaking of which, Jesse, man, I slammed some Hustle Fuel earlier during one of our breaks, and I'm just feeling so good right now.
I mean, that might be what happened to Drunken Spider on the drone cam. He had too much Hustle Fuel, got a little excited on the sticks, and just lost control.
Absolutely, but we have 19 laps left to go. Can Marin reel in Maverick Davis? Jesse, I'm looking at lap times. He gained about 0.6 of a second last time around. So, I mean, I think he's going to have plenty of time left.
The 25, I believe, ran into some traffic, so that could be what part of that lap was. We're going to have to watch and see how all the 24 can navigate it. I believe that's Darrell Young in front of him there with Hunter Sr., perhaps?
And we'll see here
if
the 24 of Marin can get through this lap traffic here quickly. Good news for Maverick Davis is there's no more lap traffic for at least a little bit, so he's going to have some clean track to work with.
These guys going to let the 24 by. That might seal the fate for the 25 of Davis. But you never know what can happen. The 24 Marin pushing a little too much, gets in the wall there on the exit of 4. I don't think it hurt the car, but he's got to be careful.
Yeah, Jesse, he shaved off about 2 seconds here in the last 3 laps. So it's going to be a tall order for Maverick Davis to try to hold off this 24 machine, but has to feel good for Maverick. I mean, finally putting together a good race. He had an incident earlier, but cleaned it up, found his way back up to the front, and he's going to get his first good finish of the season if he doesn't mess it up.
We're getting down to the wire here, and I'm just going to say it now. I wouldn't be shocked to see this 25 try to block Sebastian Marin here. I don't think he's going to be afraid to try to throw at least 1 or 2 blocks. I don't think he's going to make it like a terrible block, but he's probably going to try his best to keep this spot here.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen guys hold people off with the dirty air here tonight by holding that high line, but I don't think it's going to matter here. Sebastian Marin going to the inside. He might blow the doors off the 25. Yep.
And I do stand corrected. Maverick Davis just going to let him by. I imagine he says he'd rather finish second than finish on pit lane.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's 15 laps left. I mean, if we're coming to like 3 to go, you certainly throw that block. But with 15 to go, I mean, Sebastian Marin, he just kind of blew right by him. Really nothing he could have done.
Well, it looks like these guys have been just the class of the field here tonight. They've got about a 6-second gap back to third place, Jaden Hopp. So as long as this thing stays green, they've got nothing to worry about. But anything can happen.
Look at this, though, Jesse. Austin Hobart. Oh, no. Meatball flag.
Matt Telder.
Yeah, we're still green, though, thankfully. Matt Telder toes it to the pits. No caution, thankfully. But look at that, the board here, Jesse. Austin Hobart is our hard charger. He's in 5th. He started back in 37th. Jesse, he almost missed this race.
Jeez.
Yeah,
he's had some work to do, it looks like. The only driver to be in the 30s there on positions gained. I saw there was a couple guys in the 20s, so a lot of guys up several spots. We do have some information with the situation with Matt Telder. Apparently, he was dead on the front straightaway. I don't know if he had a collision with the wall or with another driver or anything, but caution does not fly. He toes to pit lane. And that basically secures the fact that we're going to have a new points leader, because that 20 was the leading car coming into this race by 3 points over the 88. But if Hobart can finish this run where he's at, he's surely going to be the new points leader in that 88 car.
Yeah, and looking at the board here, Jesse, our 3rd place car, Jaden Hopp, he's got about an 8-second gap between him and Maverick Davis. So he's kind of locked in where he's at. You got Josh Adams a couple seconds behind him in fourth, and then Austin Hobart about another second back or so, rounding out your top 5. But here comes Nick Hapiak. He wants to get himself into the top 5 here.
Yeah, that 06 going to look to the inside of the 88. Hobart's just going to let him go. I figure he says, well, I can definitely tell you're faster than me. You've been reeling me in. I'm just going to let you get on by.
Yeah, Hapiak has about 11 lap fresher tires than Austin Hobart, so certainly showing that there. But we drop back, Cam Ingram having his best race of the season for sure in the 7th position. Going to work on Matthew Byers, who is in the 8th spot.
Of course Cam Ingram's having his best race of the season. It's his first start for that 17 car this season.
Yeah, well, he's been looking pretty good. We saw him out front early on. He was on in a different strategy there for a bit, but he's been making it work here, and he's trying to bring in a top 10 here tonight.
Yeah, that 17, I do believe, is an addition to the Brewer Motorsports team that Josh Gagnon puts on. So he's racing with those guys.
Yeah, fun to see. Man, Jesse, I'm just so glad to see some clean and green racing. I mean, this has been a crazy run. We're about coming up on 100 laps of green flag action.
It is fun to see. We like some green flag racing. I mean, when you got a field this large and battles happening all over the track, we do love green flag racing. Sometimes, admittedly, it could get a little bit tiring whenever there's a smaller field and there's no action going on, but when you come here to Charlotte and you've got 40 cars, we are 100% cool with green flag racing.
Absolutely. As we have 9 laps left to go, Jesse. The bad news for Marin, he's got a lot of lap traffic to deal with, but he just needs to be patient.
It's a mess.
Yeah, he just needs to. I'm saying he needs to be patient, but he takes him 3 wide there through the trial. At least has to get out of the way.
I mean, we've seen it on this channel where somebody's got the win locked up as the laps tick down and they just get into it with a lap car. We've seen it a couple times. Let's hope that doesn't happen here tonight.
Yeah, well, it looks like he's gotten through the majority of that lap traffic. Still a few cars left to go here. Let's hop on board. Check out Sebastian Marin coming up on JT Tinker, who is already a lap or 2 down.
Yeah, we'll see if he can get past these guys without an issue. Black flag to the 89 of Dennis Orff. Curious to know what that's for, but he's penalized.
Probably for cheating.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, Austin Hobart, he's still feeling pretty good. He's lost some ground, but I think he's going to hang on to a top 5 finish here tonight. 7 laps left to go, and like you said, he's going to take over that points lead. If it stays clean and green, you never know. We get a late caution. That could change everything.
The 23 of Frank Chavez was scared they were wrecking a couple laps ago. I think that might be what the black flag for Orff was about.
Oh, yeah, that's a wreck. They saved it.
Oh, thanks, Daryl.
Yeah, he had to let him know that they didn't, in fact, wreck. Austin Hobart in the pits.
Oh, no, he had to pit. Oh, that's going to hurt, Jesse. He's going to lose probably 20-plus spots due to this.
That could change things. I was thinking he was probably good on fuel, but, I mean, who knows? We might potentially have a new points leader that's not the 88.
Now, Jesse, who is third coming into points in here tonight?
Third coming into the night's the 71 of Mr. Daryl Young.
Wow, how?
Driving that thing right now.
Sure? Yeah, no, the numbers must be wrong, Jesse. Scratch that and rework
Fourth
it.
coming into the night was the 0 car, which,
no comment.
Yeah. I don't know how much the fans know about that situation.
They do not.
All right.
They do not. But hey, Jesse, we got 4 laps left to go. Sebastian Marin saying, you guys back there better keep it clean and green because I want to park it in victory lane. Sebastian is dying to get that HMS TV Cinematography premium package tonight.
He's going to get some good shots of that 24 if he can bring this thing home. And look at, I just got a shout out. We're talking about the points, right? That's 63 of Aaron Poplin. He's running 13th right now. That man has absolutely carried Team BCI so far this season. He came into the night 5th in the charter points. We've never seen a season like this from Aaron Poplin in anything, and look at him.
If our fans knew, I mean, nothing against Aaron Poplin. I love the guy. But, like, Aaron is never up front. But this season, I mean, he's just been incredible. I mean, he's not really got race winning speed per se, but just every single week he's right around like 10th to 20th. You can count on it every time.
It's so impressive and fun to watch. He's in lucky dog position if a caution is to freakishly fly here at the end, but we've got 2 to go. Sebastian Marin 6 more corners to decide if he is going to get that beautiful HMS TV Cinematography Premium package.
Is it 6 or 7? Got him. But here he comes, Jesse, out of turn 4. Ladies and gentlemen, taking the white flag. No cautions. You got to worry about Sebastian Marin with a 4-second lead. Last time around, Charlotte for the HMS TV Cinematography 300.
Ben Pearson, the 33, has to pit on the last lap. That's got to be painful. He must have been just short on fuel. The 24 heads into turn 3 for the final time. Blake, take it away.
Sebastian Marin into turns 3 and 4 for the final time here at Charlotte. Checkered flag in the air. Guaynabo, Puerto Rico, on your feet. Sebastian Marin wins on HMS TV.
Maverick Davis takes home 2nd place. Jaden Hopp going to take home 3rd. And Nick Hapiak and Chris Essery should round out your top 5.
What a great finish to that race, Jesse. Just refreshing to see some green flag action. I mean, the back half of that race went clean and green. We had 2 or 3 pit cycles there under green. I love it, and I love this car for Chris Essery. Ella Langley is the GOAT.
In other news, race control given. Congratulations to the field on that great last run on the track, just like you were. I mean, it's fantastic to see. So we're going to watch the 24 burn it down here and celebrate his win.
Absolutely. Look at this BACRacing.com 24 machine. Sebastian Marin. Good warm-up, Jesse, for him, because Tuesday night he kicks off his NASCAR Cup Series career right here in Charlotte.
Now, Blake, did you ever think that we would be calling a win for a Coke Series driver in our racing league whenever we were thinking about doing this?
Not at all, especially not in season 1, for sure.
It did come out of nowhere, so it is really cool to see. Hopefully, it gets out there to more people that this league, we're not afraid of iRating. Come on, bring whoever. We got competition for you here, so congrats to Sebastian. And a good run for Maverick Davis, Jaden Hopp as well, finishing out the podium.
Yeah, and we're going to try to get our podium racers. But, Jesse, I just want to throw out, our podium, no shocks here, because Sebastian Marin wins the race, 9,600 iRating. Maverick Davis second, 6,100 iRating. Jaden Hopp third, 6,900 iRating. So about an average of, we'll call it 7,500 iRating for our top 3. So we are certainly not a league of slouches here in the HMS TV Cup Series.
Absolutely not. We got some hitters out there.
Absolutely. And Jesse, are we seeing any available racers for our interviews here tonight?
Yeah, let's start it off with the bottom step of the podium. Still the podium nonetheless. Let's see what he has to say about tonight. Let's bring him on in. Jaden, it's Blake and Jesse up here in the booth. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I'm seeing it on the screen right now. You kept the car perfectly clean here. 0 incidents on the night. Just tell us about your race, man. Finishing top 3 here in a pretty stacked field.
It was definitely a fun one. I definitely think I should have took 4 tires on that last caution. I don't even remember where it was. It was a long time ago. But yeah, not taking the tires there kind of set me back. More than like Seb and Maverick did, and couldn't quite ever recover. That was pretty much it, but we got up to 3rd and was able to finish it off pretty strong nonetheless.
Yeah, Jaden, you found yourself up front the whole night. Great run for that Hustle Fuel 1 machine, but I was telling Jesse, no shocker here on the podium. Our 3 heavy hitters put it on the podium, so it has to feel pretty good. It's not like you lost to any slouches out front for sure.
Nah, I'm used to it at this point. Feels good to get the one car, the 1-2-1 setup shop Hustle Fuel car up into the podium, and looking forward to next week at Phoenix.
Absolutely. Well, hey, congratulations on a great podium finish for that Hustle Fuel Tier 1 machine. Before you head out, though, Jaden, got any shout-outs for our fans watching at home?
Yeah, shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast and all the drivers for showing up each week, and my friends and family for watching along each week, and obviously Brett for putting on the car, paying for me to be here, so I had to show up. But yeah.
All right. Well, hey,
great job, man, and yeah, just great job. Congrats on finishing third, man, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, talk to you guys later. Thank you for having me here.
Congratulations.
Yep, good job. All right, Blake, you want to jump right into P2 here?
All right, let's get him in here.
All right, let's do it. Maverick, it's Jesse and Blake up in the booth. Tell us about your night finishing P2. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm sweating. It was definitely it was a lot trying to handle the car with how tight it was. I got better there at the end, and just trying to have anything left there at the end for Sebastian there. But yeah, he had the better fuel strat by a mile. I had just enough to make it, so he had all that extra tire left at the end because he was able to pit with like 24 to go or something. So definitely, if I was on the same strategy, I think I would have been closer than I was. I don't know. I doubt I would have been able to really contend for it unless a lap car did something crazy. But definitely a lot of fun once I cleaned up there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, Maverick, it was great to see. I mean, we ended that race probably, I'll have to count, but it had to be over 100 laps clean and green there, a couple of pit cycles. And now I believe throughout the week you mentioned something about a knee surgery, right?
No, it wasn't a surgery. It was just a bad injury that I got on a mini bike, and it is screaming right now. It hurts. But I mean, with how I was looking in the point situation and everything, managed to heal up enough just to get out here, and so definitely a lot of fun. But man, definitely gonna help out the point situation for sure.
Absolutely, and it's good to see some of those HMS TV cars out front here. I know you guys have had a rough start to the season, but still a long way to go. This is only race number 3 out of 12, so we're still looking at about, 70% of the season remaining. So before you head out, though, Maverick, got any shout-outs for our fans watching at home?
Well, I would definitely say shout out to my Team County guys, really helping get me prepared and good at everything I do on the sim, especially with Charlotte coming up. As it is right now, I got some help from our main man, Connie, there to really clean up the driving a little bit. And also you guys for putting up the broadcast, putting up the league, and everyone else showing up tonight. Having a big field is always nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we appreciate it. You put on a show. Congratulations on the second place, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again later this season.
Hopefully.
All right.
Congratulations.
That was P2, Maverick Davis there. And what do you say, Blake? We heading to the number 1 spot here?
Oh, no, let's just call it a stream, Jesse.
All right, let's get out of here. That's it. That's going to be it, everybody. No. Let's bring him up. Let's see what he has to say about his night here. Hey, Sebastian, it's Jesse and Blake up in the booth. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
Man, you get the first start there's been in the 24 car this season, and you take it all the way to the top. 135 laps led and a W. Just tell us about your night, man.
Yeah, obviously the night started out pretty well, starting out front. I didn't realize that the fuel cells were cut shorter until like halfway through the first run. And then I'm like, oh, okay, that threw me for a loop for a little bit. And then after that, it was kind of playing fuel strategy games like in real life, when to pit, to top off on fuel, when to not take tires, but the fuel was more important. And it was kind of a limbo there for a bit, and nobody really knew who was on the right strategy until there at the end where we got that green flag run. And then after that, kind of got myself in a good top 5 position, decided to fuel save to extend the first stint before my first green flag pit stop, which kind of just allowed me to have more leeway with my strategy compared to others. And then after that, I was just going to wait as long as possible in case a yellow came out, which it didn't. pitted, obviously came out behind Maverick, which if a yellow came out, it could have been a whole different story. But luckily it didn't. Got to him, got by him, and then after that, it was just pray that there was no yellows because I had no more tires left.
Yeah, I mean, Sebastian, you were clearly the guy to beat all night long. You got the job done. Now, I guess next thing you need to tell us, there's going to be some crazy parties in Guaynabo, right?
Guaynabo.
Guaynabo, okay. All right,
Yeah.
well, Google lied to me then. Because I definitely Googled it. But hey, a great race for you, Sebastian. I mean, it's definitely good to have you here. I know you're on a limited schedule here. I think you're planning on racing a few more times with us this season. Is that right?
Yes, I'll try and obviously make the ones that I can with the Coke Esports Series starting up now. But yeah, I'd like to tune in every now and then to have fun with you guys.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we're glad to have you. I mean, you definitely taught these guys a lesson here tonight, nonetheless. But hey, you park it in victory lane here, and more importantly, you win the HMS TV Cinematography Premium Package. Wow! Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
But hey, before you head out, though, you got any shout-outs for our fans watching at home here tonight?
I guess I'll let's see what's on the car. Let me enhance real quick. I'll big shout out to backracing.com and for Bubba for letting me run this beautiful 24 paint. Tried to replicate as much as I could like William Byron did in real life and led a bunch of laps. Shout out for you guys for putting on the broadcast and the league, of course, for putting on this race. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we're glad to have you here, Sebastian. Jesse, go ahead and finish out the night.
Yeah, just congratulations, man, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you again later on at some point.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Yep, you as well. Man, what a show. I know I missed most of it, and I missed probably the most chaotic part, but it was fun to come in at the end and watch that green flag racing. Fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just a great night all around. I mean, especially that green flag run at the end really made me feel a lot better. I mean, after we had a rough start to this race too, I was like, oh boy, here we go again. But these guys cleaned it up. They figured it out. I mean, we've got talent throughout the whole field, and they made it shown here tonight. But now, Jesse, I got to ask you. I mean, Sebastian's won that. He's won a lot of races in his career, but I mean, this has to be the biggest one, right?
For sure. I mean, there's no more prestigious event than the HMS TV Cinematography 300. I mean, they've talked about it for years, and it'll be talked about for years beyond now. So, I mean, congratulations.
I mean, the fans thought it could never be done. They say often duplicated, never replicated, or however the hell they say it.
You nailed that.
Yeah, same thing, right? But hey, what a fun race, though. Appreciate you joining in here at the end, Jesse. Good to have you for the finish of that one for sure.
All right, man. Well, thanks everybody for having me. Have a good night. Blake, take it away.
All right, well, in the booth with Jesse Becker and Christian Taylor, I'm Blake Hutchinson. You just watched the HMS TV Cinematography 300 right here at the beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we'll see you back here on Monday night. We're going to be back with the Flim Dogs Racing League Wise Outwash Cup Series. And that's really about all I got, folks. So we will see you then. Thanks for tuning in. Click that like button. Subscribe to the channel. See you next time.